Get out of here. Go away. Because I think we're live now. We're going to go here. And we're going to get ready. But, okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Stud Buds. Finally, it's back on my channel. I know, we're all great, but it's here. Today, we're going to talk about Power Minus for our tier list. We're going to talk about the leaks that we have final images for and some crazy things that happened. We're talking about WandaVision. And Ethan is now an adult Lego fan. He is now an official AFOL. So we're going to talk about that stuff, and it's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, guys. First up, let's bring in the other stud buds. First off, we'll talk about the man who started to cut his hair and ended up cutting his face. It's Brickin' Up Brad, who looks like a child.
I know. Actually, I've realized I look more like I'm in the military now. Like I don't know. I look very because I was all dressed up today for my show. I was like looking all dapper, and someone was like, "Oh, you look like you're in the military now." I'm like, "No, that's not gonna be get out of my head all day." Like.
And then next up, we have Matt freaking Mellish. Look
at this. What?
He looks like he's wearing a cardigan. Like, what is this? Is that a cardigan? Is that a pullover? What is that?
I don't even know what this is. They have
He has elbow
pads, so I don't know what this is.
He's
exactly.
a freaking teacher.
He's a professor. Professor Mellish.
I kind of like that. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that.
Keeping it classy today. Keeping it fashionably late. That's okay.
Fashionably late. Sorry, everybody, we're late. Okay.
Fashionably late. Fashionably.
Last up, the special guest of honor for the day was actually this week, but he is now 18. He is now a Lego AFOL. It is Ethan, the artisan.
What's up?
He's eating food, so he couldn't say anything at the moment. He's like, always snacking.
The child at heart.
Yeah, guys, I was gonna say this. Ethan is not gonna be the child. Like he's just gonna be the child from now on. Like
I'm gonna buy you the Zoo Pals plates.
Zoo Pals.
Oink oink. Zoo Pals.
Ethan, did you announce this on the Stud Buds Discord?
Yeah.
Zoo Pals makes eating fun.
Wait, what? I don't know what that is. Okay.
You don't know what Zoo Pals are?
You don't know? You never saw that commercial as a child for the Zoo Pals?
Dude,
I didn't watch TV as a child.
Oh my god!
They're like paper plates, but they have like a zebra and
a pig.
And stuff. Yeah, and you just they put there's two little sauce trays for the eyes or the ears for ketchup and stuff, and then as you clean the sauce out, you see the picture. Zoo Pals.
Zane, that must have been before the kids' time.
Oh yeah, the children.
I don't remember the commercial, but I remember getting those plates.
Wow, that is awesome. Okay, so first up, Brad, what do you think? Should we jump into
what's happened? I think we should talk about what new stuff because I think Ethan
Ethan.
I got Lego.
Start with Ethan. Oh, you got the Trouble on Tatooine, guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We can actually see if this minifigure is good or not because I've heard everyone say it's horrible.
Ethan, I just gotta say this one thing. Now that you have that, you have to put it into your mock. I need to see the mock with an actual Baby Yoda and that in there. I feel like if you don't do that, that's heresy.
You don't like my 1x1 stud with 2 olive green hands on it?
I do. I think it's heresy if you don't put it in there.
Yeah. I also am now a true Jedi.
He is a true Jedi.
Lightsaber.
You can do so much content with that.
They will all die.
Wait, the children? What?
What?
I'll get you, Ethan.
Oh, we doing a duel? What?
You want to do? You want to duel? You want to go?
Oh.
Okay. So what else did you get for your birthday, Ethan? Anything good besides that? Lots of pick-up cups.
Well, I got the microphone and I got the webcam. So yeah,
Woo!
Actually,
nice.
You guys should be able to see me, all my fine details.
You are beautiful. I think next week I'm gonna upgrade our StreamYard to 1080p. That way it'll be clean. I saw that was in there today, and I was like, guys, we gotta go 1080. What? Yeah, we're at 720 right now. We need 1080. clean, crisp, so you can really take a look at Brad's
I
face.
technically have my 4K camera.
Hey, just wait for the mat dance today. It was the highest quality mat dance that it will probably ever be.
Did you guys know that
I
in
mean,
TikTok
teaser.
there's a setting for high quality videos?
Yes, there is.
High resolution.
I did not.
More
realize
options more options when you go to make a video.
this. I mean, I made like 12, 15 videos today, so
Wow.
I had a high stroke of motivation, and I was maybe a few of them I don't know if I want to use. I was like, I don't know if I want to post this, but also I'm like, I have videos for the week, so you guys should actually get videos from me this week.
That's awesome.
I have 0.
But also, I got 2 things. So one of the things this sounds really weird. I was getting my oil change in my car, and there's a Rite Aid up the street, and I know that once in a while this Rite Aid adds sets that are like kind of like not really on sale anymore. And I found this, and I actually kind of find it really cool set. And I was like, it's $5 cheaper. It was only $5. But I just like, that's just a fun looking set. Like, and all the, I don't even know if that's stickers or printed pieces. It just looks fun. So I picked up this. It was only $5, and now I have a Unikitty, which I didn't have before. I feel like if you guys want one, they had a ton more, so I can send one to you. And then the other thing was, I wish Brick and Mad was in the chat today, because I got some fan mail today from her.
Oh,
she's your fan?
And I just gotta say, she's throwing fists. She's throwing fists. She said, because of how much you love Chima, she sent me that.
She sent you a Chima. Oh my god!
It gets better. It's a keychain. Plus, it's a flashlight.
Oh man. It's a flashlight Chima keychain to take everywhere with you.
Yes,
awesome,
there is a video coming out about this soon. But you guys are getting a first look at this. But I opened this up today. I was like, what is this package? I do not recognize. Like, it's like feeling weird and stuff. And there's something else because she had forgotten to send me something with my last order I bought from her. And she made up for that. And it's just like, I just lost it when I opened this up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I freaking love her.
Light the way with your Shima.
I'm waiting for her to like someone now to like send me like a $50 Chima set. Like,
Oh man, just buy him. Here's some Chima.
it's just
Well,
like
guys,
everyone who doesn't want Chima just starts pouring it on me. Like,
Yes.
That's
What
your
about you,
favorite
Matt?
Game.
Yes.
I had a big day today, actually.
Oh,
I went and I had 2 Facebook Marketplace sales that I took part in. The first,
Did you buy or sell?
I bought 2 things.
You purchased.
Bought.
Ooh.
I bought. And I will be making a YouTube video later on about it. But the first thing, so it was a very interesting day. Full details, like I said, will be on YouTube eventually. But the first thing I bought was this set for $30. The Black Panther set for $30.
Yeah.
dude, honest. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I saw that on Facebook Marketplace too, and I was thinking about it.
$60.
Because
$60 is what it's worth at the moment, and it is still sealed. So this will be reselling.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I was gonna
Yes.
say because that's an awesome set right there. Like just on total. So
I like Marvel, don't get me wrong, but this is more of an investment set, being that it is
Oh, yeah.
sealed, being that I already know it's worth double than what I paid for it, and $30 was the original retail price.
two of those minifigures are
Wow.
exclusive to that set.
Yes.
So Killmonger and
I
Yeah,
love
what you
Killmonger.
selling
I'm
it for?
excited. Well, it's I think Ulysses Claw is the one that him and
because there's 4 minifigures total if I remember.
Nakia, yes.
Yeah.
Nakia.
So I'm excited to resell that, and there might be more where that came from because the gentleman who was selling it actually purchased Lego for his kid before he had a kid, and then the kid wasn't into it, so now he's selling all these Lego sets for the price that he had originally paid. So
Zane,
he gets it back, and I get a
Zane,
discount.
can I just say, if you ever have kids and they're not into it, I just get rid of them. I mean, there's no point in having them.
They're going up for adoption because they're my.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna clip this when you have a kid.
I will show this to my kid and be like, "You see what happens right here? If you don't like Lego, this is."
You'll get.
Yeah, it goes to you get, and then Matt's.
The second thing that I purchased, this will be very surprising. For $12, it is literally a pot of Lego. There was literally this old woman who kept all this Lego in this pot. This sold for $12. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I walked into her house, yes, she wanted me to come in. This elderly woman, probably her grandkids' Lego right here. She, let's just say, smelling this pot, there's some smoke wafting into my nose right now. It was a smoker's house, honey. So right off the bat, and this is just me pulling a figure out, is some sort of stormtrooper looking dude.
Oh no. Okay, that's not just stormtrooper.
That's the one from
helmet,
Ezra.
Yes,
right?
that's our Ezra helmet with a clone body on there.
Yes. So these were played with, and I'm really looking forward to what is in here. I found a Starfighter piece right off the top as well. So who knows what could be in the Pot O Lego, but I will be digging into that in the future. But like I said, it does smell like smoke. I don't know how I feel about
so I had
that.
the same thing. Remember that, like that massive haul I picked up?
Yes.
There's this heavy perfume on it. Whenever I would like digging through the Lego, and I just like there's this like heavy perfume in my room all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, it actually smelled pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, but like it also just like it was weird.
It was better than Smoka.
True.
Smoka smell. So I'm not sure how to get rid of that. If anybody else knows, can give me a tip on it. I would love to know. I'm thinking about just washing it. So we'll see what ends up happening. But Mr. Zane, anything new in the past few days?
Asking me, you're such a kind person. Honestly, no. Like I still have to do my stop motion. I haven't bought anything. I've literally just been super slammed at work. So in my new position, I oversee the construction side of things, and so instead of paying an architect to do the drawings and whatnot, I do the drawings. So like I build all the blueprints, I walk everything, I measure everything, and I physically create drawings and give it to my bosses and say, hey, this is what you wanted. Let's make some changes. And so I've been super slammed doing that all week. And so I keep getting on Facebook Marketplace to look for Lego, and then I get pulled to do something and I forget about it.
Yeah.
So that's how this weekend's gonna go.
I understand how that is. By the way, you were mentioning drawings. I was remembering that my mom used to be a surveyor. So like I feel like that connects pretty well with what you do.
Oh, surveying, yes. So I have to do it does.
So I'm really very off topic here.
We are.
It just entered my mind.
It
just entered my mind.
So when I build a building, I have to have a surveyor come out and stake the ground before I dig or excavate anything. So that's what I have her do. Or inside the building if I need to know where not geometric. Anyways, whatever. Satellite locations.
Yes, geolocation.
Geolocation. Yep. Okay, moving on to our lovely leaks. Now.
Yes. So we finally did get images, and there's this one image I want to show, and I know you said no sharing screen, but I made sure it's big. I made sure it's really big on Google.
No sharing screens, Brad.
No. Look, I can't actually download the photo. It won't let me download it all. But you have to see this image.
You can't see what I'm doing right now behind the camera.
I know what you're doing.
I made sure it's massive. I made sure it's massive. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So once you see this, that's worth it, right? That is freaking beautiful.
But
like,
who has a shelf to just dedicate to 3 sets? That like, yes.
I'm just saying though. Well, I'm just saying that is beautiful. That image right there is just beautiful.
100%.
I want to cry. I think it's so beautiful.
But I do just for you. Big image right there.
Yes. Look, guys, look at that. Does that not just give you chills? You see that and you're like, oh, I want that. I want that right now.
Squinty eyes.
No, it's not. Have you seen the old Darth Vader bust that they did? Have you seen that one? That one was garbage compared to this.
Or
look at that. Look at the detail. Look at the slopes and everything.
I definitely think this is one of my favorite helmets, and I almost really want to get it.
It's that nice in between from brick belt to being very sleek and curvy.
Yeah. And that's why I like this one.
Ethan's like
and then of course I couldn't find this is the best image, but
that's still gorgeous. Perfect.
Yeah, everyone's gonna do this now.
Why are we doing that though? Like, why are we trying to see around the picture?
Yeah, like people don't need to see us.
I love it though. I'm sorry, but I love it. I do. We're like, why? But we don't need to.
No,
we can see
we
it.
start this
Yeah.
way and then we go this way.
Yeah. But yeah, so like out of these, I do have to agree that it looks like Darth Vader. It does a good job. But I do think, I don't know. I feel like it could use a little bit of improvement, but also it's a good set for what it is. For $60.
I'll tell you what, it is better than that Batman cowl leak that we saw.
Oh yeah, did you guys hear about that one?
With
I
the
don't
clear
know.
mouth.
So
Yes.
they're doing a Batman cowl leak. Like there was at least a leak of it, but it's like a Batman cowl just like those, and it's So
it does not look good.
Sorry to interrupt, Brad. Finish your thought.
No, I was just saying that. No, that's exactly it looks good though. But I definitely think that I'm definitely more excited about that Scout Trooper and even more excited about the Probe Droid. And I'll be honest, I never thought I'd be excited about a Probe Droid. Like I did get a Probe Droid recently in a Hoth set, which was awesome because I didn't own one before.
Wait,
but
you can have those? They have those?
It's a small one. They make with the Hoth. Here, one second.
Matt, Brad beats you. Okay, bye. Get it, Brad.
I
Get
beat
it.
him. I beat him. So
he beats you.
So this one I got with a little set when the hauls I got, but yeah, it looks cool. I like it.
I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful.
But I definitely think that brick one excites me, which I never thought that a probe droid would excite me at all. So
exactly right.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say on that. So
I think it's very detailed. I like the probe droid. I think out of all of those like miniature droid builds that we've gotten, the BB-8, the Dio, this is the best one, and it has the most detail. And like we mentioned last week or last Wednesday, I suppose, when we had Epic Bricks on, that environment, the way it's displayed, makes it even better because that's the first time they've ever really done that.
Honestly, I'd love to see that more. I'd love us to get. I'm trying to think of like a good droid to do it, like a droidica. Like get a droidica, and it's like on like Geonosis.
That'd be really cool.
Or something like, something like that. Like honestly, I think that it would just be awesome. So.
What are you doing, Ethan?
I'm just messing with
Ethan's just keeping us entertained. That's okay. But guys, also in those pictures, did anybody catch the R2D2 leak in there?
Oh yes.
I'm not a fan. I think it looks disgusting. Right?
R2D2 is smooth. It is. His top is a dome.
Well, it
does not have chunks. It looks like R2D2 made in Minecraft.
Yeah.
No, it's even worse than that though. It's like a knockoff. Like it's even worse than that though. Like it's just flat, and I don't know if that's the exact like one we're getting, and maybe it will look better. But honestly, it just looked awful. Like the little bit of it we got to see. Yeah. And I do want to put a big shout out to I Don't Want Touch. He has been helping us find some more leaks recently. And there's a few. One big thing to notice on the we talked about a chess set.
Harry Potter.
That's actually going to be a $60 wizard chess set. So I don't know if means it's just going to be like Harry Potter chess somehow, or it's like you just get minifigures, but for $60 for a ton of minifigures, that doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah.
Especially Harry Potter, because like I know what minifigures they would use for different positions, and that'd be absolutely insane. But I do think that is pretty cool.
Well, it's hard to know, is it going to be like we were talking about last time from the movie, from the films, or is it going to be the themed chess set?
Yeah. But honestly, I think it's a huge opportunity missed that they don't do it from the movie itself.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so too. There's a ton that they could do with it. Like even just like it's hard to explain, but like the movie scene where they did have the chess was phenomenal. My thing is, if they were to do it for a $60 set, I don't think that the actual pawns will be buildable. If they are, they got to be simple, something like that. I feel like the chess board itself is what's going to be buildable for $60. I mean, if it was like $150, $200, I feel like there'd be a lot more they could put into it, like building the knight and everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's what I was going to say. Is the more money a set has behind it, the more they're going to put into it. But also having less into a set, like cheaper, does mean they'll fix a few things here and there that you might get. So I do have to say that. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited to see whatever they do with it.
Yeah. So Do we have any more leaks? I think that's kind of it, right?
No, there is actually one more that kind of caught my eye.
We need to hire a plumber. All these leaks, man.
Man, this is disgusting. There's gonna be feces everywhere. I said feces because G-rated content.
Mold. I'm seeing mold come through, guys.
There's a new Lego Friends set that is coming out in June/July of Monocle and Rachel's apartment. The price will be about $100 to $150. So
rumor.
That's a rumor. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did it.
Did the Friends set perform well? The cafe.
Yes, those sets have done pretty well. The Big Bang Berry, the Friends set. I think there was another one. Why am I blanking?
I don't know. But while you blank, here's a fun fact from my mother that asked a question. Hello, Lisa. Hello. Nice to see you. I don't need to build a shelf because I would just buy a shelf. If anyone has seen any videos of my office, I have 3 dedicated shelves already, and I'm moving offices to a bigger office where I'm going to put even more shelving, and there's going to be dedicated stations for the helmets. So it'll be a thing. Don't worry. It'll be a thing.
Office space.
Office space. What do you guys think about this? $200 R2D2 would need to look a lot better, or do you think that they shouldn't even do the R2D2?
I think at this point, look, they've already done an R2D2 in the past, right? They have better pieces. They have better building techniques. If you cannot make it any sort of better quality than that last one, don't do it. Find something else to do. Be innovative and new. Don't retread.
Or buy parts and build your own.
The Ethan way. Build your own, like his Dio or whatever. It's not Dio. It's
BD1.
BD1.
Which honestly, I would love for them to do a BD1, and I'm still sad that they haven't done it. I'd love for them to do a Jedi Fallen Order set, but they haven't done it. Which, in my opinion, big missed opportunity right there.
Definitely.
But
have you played that yet, Matt?
I still never had time to fully complete the game, but it was fun for how far I got until time took away.
I love it. I love it.
You need to play it.
I haven't played it, but I watched gameplay of it. But what was really interesting about that mock is I built it in June of 2019. That was 6 months before the game actually came out.
Wow.
I built it through the trailers and stuff, which I was fun to do.
Way to go, Ethan. Step your game, getting crazy.
Well, that was like 2 years ago.
But still, I mean, 2 years ago, doing it 6 months before with shitty trailer and crappy trailers.
G-rated content.
It's his channel. You can leave him be.
I got to give Matt some reason to say it every now and again, you know. Got to keep him on his toes. You guys are amazing. This is funny as hell. Heck.
Oh my gosh! You just said it.
It was intentional. I don't know. That wasn't an accident. That was intentional, Matt. I was trying to provoke you.
Was it really? I hope it was.
Yeah, just making sure you guys know. Brad, when are you gonna get a microphone so you can do this?
My birthday. I'm hoping.
Okay.
That's one of the things I'm probably gonna get with birthday money this year is a decent mic. It's something I've been thinking about a lot, but it's like this mic is decent enough. Like
it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best. I'd rather a better mic because I have listened to the mic and I'm like, I'd rather a better mic where I sound more clear. But it's like it works. It does its job.
Better than earbuds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Zane, what sounds better, this microphone or Matt's microphone? I know you have the same, but what sounds better between Matt and me?
Okay, both of you guys say Lego right now.
Up close or far back?
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm gonna say it. Zane's microphone sounds the best, but I think he also has better internet than both of you.
That's my big problem.
Lego.
They both sound the same, honestly. It sounds it's the internet and the room you're in.
Yeah.
Ethan, I feel like if you were in a different room.
Yeah.
Different voice.
Lego. I'm gonna get me some Lego. By the way, guys, I wanted to ask you, speaking of, the buildable Viper droid, speaking of the Darth Vader helmet, the Scout Trooper, what if you had to pick one more helmet for them to add in the future? What would you be? What would
Star
it be?
Wars
from the sequels.
Star Wars,
anything. We'll make it fun.
Anything.
Ooh.
Ethan, you go first. We'll go around the table.
Buildable helmet or head.
Oh, I was thinking Star Wars, but now I want to think of something else.
Like a sporting hat?
For Star Wars, either Kylo Ren or probably Kylo Ren.
But I also agree. I think the sorting hat would be a pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how it would look, but I think it would be a fun idea.
Ooh,
Like we got the
I think it'd be
Infinity
cool.
Gauntlet. Like we're getting the Infinity Gauntlet. We've gotten Iron Man's helmet. Like there's some really cool stuff that we gotten from Marvel there. But I think,
Harry Potter.
yeah, why haven't we gotten anything like that from Harry Potter? And I know they don't really have helmets.
Oh,
Like
Wands.
Voldemort's head. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Why isn't that a thing? Wands.
Or
Like wands and
lightsabers for Star Wars.
lightsabers.
yeah, they need to.
And
Also,
they did the Yoda one, but that wasn't the same.
here's what no one's thinking of. Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. Lord of the Rings, the bad guy.
Oh yes. Yes.
That would be really cool.
You guys know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
I would get
Saruman. You know,
that. Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool with
All the
the
spikes
spikes.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Mhm.
That would
There's
be
a lot
so
of different.
cool.
It'd be hard for Lego to do that. I'm just gonna put it out there.
It would
It
be.
would look. It would look cool at the end of the day.
That's actually a mock idea.
There you go, Ethan. There's your challenge of the week. That's okay. Oh my gosh, new segment on Stud Buds. Weekly Ethan challenge for little mocks like tacos and chicken nuggets. I want a Lego burrito this week, Ethan. Lego burrito.
Burrito. That's just like a taco. Except burrito.
Ethan, I want a buildable me. Okay, you know how Fazoom has a tiny Canadian Papa Bear? I want a little Brad.
Yeah.
Do we want shaved bread or
Whichever one you want to do, since this will grow back in a couple days. So
That's amazing. That
I
is
want-
amazing.
I want a Thanos head, because that's what Thor should have gone for.
No joke, right? No joke. Ender Game spoilers, really quick, if you haven't seen it.
if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing.
yeah.
Just being polite, everybody. He should have gone for the head, not the chest. Duh.
But in all seriousness, I would love, and I mentioned this last time, red Kylo Ren helmet from The Rise of Skywalker with all those markings in there.
would be
Or
cool.
the lightsabers, I think as a new line would be also pretty great.
Honestly,
Bring back
like
the Planet series.
yes, honestly, I love the Planet series. I have 3 of
my
them, and they're
gosh.
amazing.
I never
But,
got them.
Honestly, I think I would love a Django. I know we already got a Boba, but I'd love a Django or like a Mandalorian one. Either of those, but I'd love a Gar Saxon. If it was to get another Mandalorian, just because I think a Gar Saxon with the like spikes sticking out of it, like would look really cool.
I think a Phase 2 Captain Rex also.
That would do
Yeah,
well.
I mean, honestly, clone helmets would do super well.
helmets.
And I'm surprised they haven't done it. Oh, there was one other one I was thinking of. Death Troopers or Sand Troopers from Imperial.
That'd be cool.
I'm trying to
Ant-Man?
think. Oh, you know what?
What? What are we knowing?
K2SO from Rogue One.
Oh.
I'd
Yeah.
love.
Or really any droid as a whole.
Yeah.
General
Yeah.
Grievous could be even cool. Like just
Like,
the,
They've already done that.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
just
the
the like
head.
neck up.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
That would be
they're.
cool.
I think Star Wars has the best opportunities for helmets, and then it's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Marvel and like DC around in there.
Come check
but-
it on YouTube, guys.
Honestly, yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what I can think of.
People are commenting on my TikTok live right here about Brad not having a beard. They're like-
Honestly, I've been posting these like kind of serious videos a little bit, like jokes and stuff, and all the comments are just, "Well, Brad, you don't have a beard." Like,
Serious? What? Your doctor video wasn't very serious, Brad.
my doctor.
Oh, the one where you talked about being seen by a specific doctor
Oh,
and specific Lego.
Oh,
and specific-
that was before
Brad.
that. That was before.
no.
That was that.
My mom saw that one. My mother saw that video, Brad. What are you doing?
And she didn't see the other one I did earlier than that.
That wasn't family friendly, wholesome content.
That was not
Matt,
G-rated.
when have I ever been friendly family?
That's what I'm worried about.
honestly, that video got some amazing reactions out of it. But I was just like watching that video, and I saw a bunch of other people do it, and I was just like, what would be the weirdest, funniest thing I could do with it?
I must have missed something.
You
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Probably
Yeah,
did.
but
You
not
probably
really.
did.
You did, but you didn't, Ethan.
By the way, Zane, I do have the photos in for tier list now, so whenever you're ready for that.
Perfect.
I didn't want to like if we're still doing other stuff, that's fine. I just want to let you know.
No, you're good. You're good. Honestly, I feel like we have a lot to talk about with WandaVision. So let's go ahead and let's
Yeah.
get into tier list.
Yeah.
And guys, super spoilers coming up. There might be
Oh,
little segments that are gonna pop up like little videos in between our new segments coming down the road.
Ooh.
Yes. Which, for the record, guys, now anytime we talk about pop culture, movies, and stuff like that, that is now considered tie time.
Exactly.
Which,
Thank you, Brad, for saying that. I meant to say that. Perfect time to do that.
But we're talking about tier lists, so
You're
right?
killing
Are we doing WandaVision and then tier list, or tier list?
No, tier list and WandaVision, because I feel like there's going to be a point with WandaVision we're going to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tier list. My tears.
So, guys,
we need to make some epic intros for each segment. That would be awesome.
tier
leaky
list.
time.
Tier list.
We have
crying.
Yeah, because we got leaks and we got tears.
Leaks have
We
a
could do
pipe
some cool
dripping.
stuff.
Boop,
Yeah.
bloop. The Lego leaks. Bloop.
No,
They
we
have 'em,
call it
dropping
leaky
Legos.
time. We call it
Leaky
leaky time.
That sounds wrong in many levels. Just sorry, guys, many levels of wrong there. I can't
Put it out there. G-rated content.
You guys are cracking me up here, but just like NBR, our next segment here is going to be the tier list with Rock Raiders. If you guys know what that is,
Power Miners.
the Power Miners. Rock Raiders was last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. This is why we have 4 of us, because some of us get confused from time to time.
Yes. So I got us a good amount of pictures from different areas of Power Miners, because Power Miners did go on for a little bit here. So it gives you guys some background, because I like to give you guys background on themes before we go into photos. So I pulled up using brickmedia.org, which thank you to those guys. We're not sponsored, but just thank you to them. So Power Miners theme released by LEGO in January of 2009 and was discontinued in December of 2010. It was similar to Rock Raiders theme, which we talked about last week, and may be considered as that theme's follow-up. So the theme is a story of the theme. Theme is set in underground caverns, like the Rock Raiders theme. And the basic story involves a group of mining specialists called Power Miners. The team is set underground to investigate what is causing a series of severe earthquakes, responsible for the devastation of several cities. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that dark.
Wow.
On the Earth's surface.
World's gone.
While there, Power Miners discover the energy crystals and the rock monsters. The team decides to attempt to collect and mine the crystals in order to stop the monsters from consuming them and causing more of the rumbling on the surface. The Power Miners are dressed in blue and gray clothing, and their vehicles are green and orange in fashion similar to the real-world mining equipment. This is a foundation difference between the theme Rock Raiders, this theme and Rock Raiders, which is more futuristic.
Wow. I love the colors that are accurate to real miners.
Yes, and you'll see that in the images. So I'm going to start with earlier photos, and one of the big sets here, this is the biggest set from the theme, which, I mean, it's not the biggest, but it was the most well-known.
Mhm.
So this was the sweeper. Oh, sorry, that's not an amazing image.
That's good. I like
perfect.
it.
One of my friends had this. It was a really cool set. So basically, that giant sweeper rolls and flips the crystals up into a little cabinet that's in the back. And then you could dump the thing. But it was also
awesome.
It's a good way to clean off small pieces off your floor. So you can also see the rock monsters here, which actually their heads. Let me grab you one, but I'll keep describing this. But the rock monsters are kind of the bad guys. They came in 3 forms. There was the King Rock Monster, the small kind of minion ones, and then there was big thick rock monsters, which could actually throw the smaller rock monsters. There was a little functionality on the back there. So let me just quickly.
A big rock monster just chucking a small rock monster. Get over here!
Let me get rid of this overlay for a second. So,
It's me!
So this was the minions. They came in a bunch of different colors. I think it was blue, green, red, and yellow. Yeah, I know my faces do beautiful. Come on.
There you go.
So, and then also the head comes up, and there's a spot for a crystal in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Eat things?
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah. So because they ate the crystals, there was a little spot to put the crystals.
That's awesome.
So there was also this, which was the drill. It was a cool thing. If you move the wheels, the drill would actually move too.
Look at those wheels, though. Look at how serious those are.
There are some smaller sets like the mech. I actually own this set, it was really cool.
Oh, is that the one you just showed us? Is that the little figure?
Yes, actually.
That's awesome.
And there was a group of like main heroes too. I don't think they were as like defined as Rock Raiders though, but like one of the big takeaways from this scene was every set had basically the roll cage. If it was on the good guy side, you'll see that a lot. Also the colors, but yeah, so there was that. Another cheap set right here, just this little like rock grinding bike.
That has a Ninjago feel to it.
It does a little bit, but it isn't as extreme as Ninjago.
No, yeah, definitely.
So this was the King Rock monster. One of my friends had this, but like he was actually big. The mouth could open and close, but it still kept those same colors there.
That's awesome.
This is another one of the big vehicles. There was a bunch of smaller vehicles, and that's one of the big rock monsters. There was actually a lever on the back that could throw the smaller monsters. Not amazing, but Lego stuff is never amazing.
What I like about these is that it looks like it fits the terrain, which is something we were talking about last time, where the Power Miners sets just
this is Power Miners Rock Raiders.
The Rock Raiders, yes, they're so similar. The other sets really didn't reflect the harshness of being underground, whereas these have spiky wheels that can go through all different terrain, and the vehicles are more equipped, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yes. Like if you notice, a lot of the big thing is grinding. They're meant to grind up and sweep up. So one of the other cool things, so there was a kind of theme, quote unquote, that came after this part of Power Miners. But one of the cool things about this theme though was that if you got two sets, you could put them together into cool contraptions like this.
That's cool.
Or another one. So this was this like a mixture of this set, and there was another set that would go together, and you can make this.
Oh, 8958 plus 8960 makes
exactly.
Whoa.
That's cool.
That is fantastic.
So it gave you a little more extra creativity. It's like, hey, if you want to get a couple sets and mix them together, it was kind of they were an amazing build, but it was a little bit of an incentive to get two certain sets just so you could put them together.
I really do.
Then after that, there was sort of these like Inferno Rock things. So it kind of switched to this.
Is that what he is? He's an Inferno?
Yeah. So like they're kind of like magma kind of. So if you notice, a little more fiery on the head, and then the suits become more metallic and like kind of like welders' uniforms.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot more.
Like the lava suits, where they're like when the people take samples of actual lava and stuff like that. Those suits.
So this was like one of the big sets, I'm pretty sure, back in the day from it too.
So cool. Though.
Cool.
And then
base area.
Yeah, and so like they had a bunch of cool ones like that. So I'm pretty sure like they got closer to the magma surface, so they saw a lot more of this.
Wow.
And that's like the big one from that, which was even cooler. Like it's all covered in flames and stuff. And as you can see, like the suits were more metallic, and those visors could flip down. So it again looked like welding equipment.
So they started mining different parts of the earth, and that's why they're at magma level. And that's awesome. I never realized that before, honestly.
Yeah, it's honestly there's a lot of stuff to this theme that's like little details that if you look at the sets, it makes sense to what they're doing. It's not just like here's monsters and here's like random vehicles from underground. It's like
there's a story.
Yeah,
here's a drill. They're drilling underground. They need something to sweep up the monsters. They need something to defend their stuff and kind of cut into walls and maybe pick up monsters. They need, bikes to get around on. They need something to chop up the big stuff. Like it. Yeah. To me, it makes sense.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
And compared to Rock Raiders, those monsters look a lot different too. The upgrade is 100% Lee.
And there's a variety. So as again, like I have a blue one of these. There's also a green one. There was a yellow one. There's a red one. Because there was like 4 different colors of crystals, if I remember right. Maybe 5? I don't exactly remember.
Do we know
gives
how
people
long
a reason.
Huh?
What, Zane?
Awkward silence. Do we know how long that they lasted?
Yeah, so it lasted from January of 2009 to December of 2010.
Oh, wow.
Which for the record, I do remember this theme being actually kind of popular, but I just don't think it
didn't take off, right?
It didn't take off. As if you remember, this was also the golden years of Star Wars.
The same thing with like the 99.
Yeah.
The Rock Raiders. Yes, the Rock Raiders. Ha, I got it right that time.
Yeah.
The same thing. It's Star Wars all over again. Just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars kind of overpowers everything,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I think that's the reason that more unique themes don't do as well is because Star Wars just overpowers it. If they do a really good theme of Star Wars, honestly, you
Yeah.
have to do a bad year of Star Wars with a good year of another thing to really boost that other theme.
Well, it's
Yeah.
those other franchises too. I don't think it's just Star Wars. It's what has already been established in the market and proven itself
Yeah.
among audiences. Because kids innately like what other kids like. Everybody likes to go to a movie theater together and like the same things. It's harder when you like something new, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And one quick thing to this, I just found it, there is different characters. So there's Duke, and there's different versions of those characters as well. There's Duke, there's Brains, who's like kind of like the brainy one. There's Rex, and there's Doc.
Is it phase 2, right?
Also, there's one other image. I forgot how big this one is. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Did I not save? Why didn't save?
Brad.
Let me find this image. Because, sorry, this was like one of the big sets back in the day. And I just want to show it off because you guys will like it.
Oh, shucks.
I really do. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely improved from Rock Raiders.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still the same theme. I wonder what made Lego choose to go the same route before, if it was just as a company they wanted to see if a second round could work, because like we had talked about, it was just a bad time for a new theme to start when Star Wars first came out. They wanted to see if they could give it a go again, or if there was something else behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Well, I mean, look at this. I mean, it looks awesome, right? Like every single one of these, I think is super freaking cool, super unique.
Yeah.
You know, I just enjoy it. I think you're right. I think maybe it just
one second. Let's just get your guys' attention.
Ooh.
That drill will go up into the ground, so it turns into a mobile command unit where the drill will come up and like stick into the ground, and then there's like a part to twist it, and then it's like a tower. So I just want to show that off.
I like the net too that's used to capture the rock monster and then put it in a cage.
A buildable net.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, like again, I think like I know Zane will love this team because of his construction background. Like it fits with what it is. But I think
that's amazing though.
Compared to other themes, this had it has a good storyline. If you think about it, it's very basic and it's very creative for the kids. I can tell you.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, it's very easy to tell the story, and it's very easy to create stories off of this.
Yeah.
I remember this was the golden years of me playing with Lego, and I remember playing with these sets. Like, and I only had 2 of them, and my friend had like maybe 4 or 5, but they're so much fun. So,
I want to know why it didn't do good, honestly, because to me it just looks so cool. The colors, the unique like wheels, everything just seems so unique and fun about it. Maybe everyone was just too hooked on Star Wars.
Big question. When did Lord of the Rings come out?
Yeah, Indiana Jones, The Lord of the Rings.
Pirates of the Caribbean. When did those...
I think those were later, though.
I think Lord of the Rings was similar to that time period. For some reason, I could be wrong, but maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. I'm trying to kind of look right now. But there must have been another theme that came out at the same time.
Honestly, this was also the time of period where Lego was experimenting with their own like themes a lot.
Lord of the Rings was 2012.
Okay,
2012. So it wouldn't be that.
Because
I know Indiana Jones was this, I think.
If it was Indiana Jones, that would make sense.
Yeah, because honestly, like Lego was doing a lot of their own themes. Mars Mission, I remember around like this was the time period where they were willing to try new stuff a lot.
Indiana Jones was 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it was 2008. Did it go more years, or was it just one theme?
I think it might have been 1 year. Availability 2008 to 2009. So it was through 2009 when Rock Raiders came around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah,
or not Rock Raiders, Power Miners. Sorry.
When did? Yeah.
Power Miners. Sorry.
So that's like I feel like there's a gap here, and we haven't found it yet.
Yeah, I wish I had an old Lego magazine to just open up and be like, "What else is in this catalog that might spark people's attention?" But those were the golden years for Lego Star Wars too. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, if anything released before 2015 was like couldn't compete with Star Wars. I feel like 2000, maybe like 10, 9, 10, like somewhere around then to like 15. I want to say. I might be wrong about that, but I'm just saying, like,
I would say like 2005 to 2015.
Yeah, I would
actually
agree with
even
that.
2016, because when did Rogue One come out? Those are also golden years.
Well, there were years in between that weren't as good. It's funny that they only made Indiana Jones through 2009, and it was such a short amount of time. But maybe they just ran out of things to make from that series, because I remember when people were buying Lego Star Wars, people were also buying just as much Indiana Jones when it was out.
Yeah. But you got to remember is how long did these sets last on the shelves? I feel like sets last a lot longer back then than they do
there's
now.
just not as much availability nowadays.
Yeah, because I feel like
when I was a kid, you went into the store and there was a lot of Lego to choose from. Now there's just nothing. It's all Luke's Landspeeder and Obi-Wan's hut.
That's literally true, though. Those are the sets that are still always there.
Yeah.
Now 501st battle packs everywhere as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
But also, I do feel like you go in one day, they're there. The next day, they're gone. Like,
I agree with that.
But yeah. So, out of curiosity, where do we think this theme should go?
Do we think that it met the level of expectation that Rock Raiders had at the time?
I think it did. It's better than Rock Raiders.
I think it did better, honestly. And maybe it's because it's newer, because there's like the colors, the little bad guys. I mean, it's more updated, so I feel like it's better and more improved, but because it's newer.
It's for me, it's hard to determine because, like we mentioned last time, you have to remove the nostalgia from it, right? Like, it's very difficult to judge them based on the same idea because execution in that time frame kind of differs.
Let's do with a kind of theme along the same line. Pharaoh's Quest, let's just say. Pharaoh's Quest was around the same time, and honestly, I think Power Miners has a better story to fit than Pharaoh's Quest, because it's honestly, it's not here's the pyramid, here's this, here's this, here's this. You can have the single adventure to get all these different things that end up at the pyramid or fight all these monsters. This is honestly, imagine you're in a cave with different drilling equipment and you have to survive against monsters. What do you do? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe that's just the feel I get from the theme. And I played it many different ways, like growing up, but it's just, and honestly, I'm removing nostalgia. I'm looking at these sets from just like the newer ones, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how awesome these were. Honestly, I would love that drill up on my shelf. Like, that drill would look awesome. Like, displayability, I honestly, maybe not this set as much, but something like this or that or this, you can't tell me that you wouldn't want to display that on your shelf. Like, especially something like this.
Yeah. I also, to give it a negative critique, I think that some of the sets, like you mentioned, I know they go together. Which is really cool. That's an awesome feature that you can attach them and make different tools out of the ones you've already bought. But I will say some of those look a little more basic, especially the smaller ones that you were showing. And I'm not sure that those match up to the ranking of those, how those bigger ones feel.
Yeah. It's like two smaller ones up to the strength of a bigger one.
Put it this way with Ninjago. The $10 sets there don't really always match, the $100 sets you get. You got to have cheaper sets, because if you don't have cheaper sets in a theme, they don't like. That's for the younger kids, and that's for the people who are like, okay, I get $10, $20 to spend this week. Where do I go spend it on?
Yeah.
I mean, this. Honestly, like, this is a cool set, though.
I like that set, though.
$10 set, a little mech. It's kind of cool.
That one's fine. There was another one that that one. That one was the one that I was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
On.
Honestly, it kind of seemed like you had to like what Lego told them was like you have to $5 to $10 and a $15 and $20 set.
That seems like a polybag set, honestly. Like, just something super small, super simple. Like you said, $5 set, something tiny.
And for the record, I'm not trying to be every set in this has to be amazing.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta remember, these $10 sets aren't always for us.
No.
Get back on that. Bring that back up. Bring up the. So what's that little vent piece underneath, like there where the handles are? Have you guys ever seen that before? Where it's like.
Yeah, that's on cars a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of the racers. I don't know if the racers that theme, but like the race cars sometimes have one of those. They used to make like monster trucks and that sort of thing back in the day.
Yes, that's. I actually have it on a Manta, right, from Atlantis that there was those pieces were on.
That's interesting.
Oh,
it was just an interesting use of it. But yeah, so I mean, again, like you got to remember, like microfighters. Microfighters aren't really for us. Microfighters aren't the best set, but they are for younger kids who want to go out and spend their $10 because it's an easy way for Lego to make an income. It's like, hey, these kids want to go. They get $10 from doing their chores or whatever. For a week of doing on good behavior.
Yeah.
They want to go spend that immediately. If they have to save that up, then Lego's not going to be getting their money.
I actually like my Millennium Falcon microfighter.
I can agree. I do. There are microfighters I actually do really like. But
Ethan, what do you think of this theme?
I never really. Okay. The one thing that I really like is the little monsters. I think those are really cool. But I mean, the theme wasn't really. They're cool, like really cool. But I mean, it's like an average theme. I would put it. It's average.
Well, do you think do you think it's more or less mockable than Rock Raiders?
I feel like I've seen more mocks of this theme with the little the monsters and all that. So I feel like those like that because they look really cool. And I like them. And if I were to pick between Rock Raiders and this, I'll probably pick these monsters just because they're pretty cool. But yeah, that's just my quick thoughts. But the builds, they're some are like really cool, and then some are like it's either I feel like the sets are either a hit or miss.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So what would you give it?
I would say Rock Raiders was a little more consistent. I don't know if I'm correct in thinking that or not, but
I'm
talked about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like Rock Raiders did only have like 5 sets on the shelves, right? They had more, which is Lego's MO these days. Yeah, Lego's MO is to put out as many as they can.
Yeah.
Do we want to start rating?
I think we can. Honestly, I think. Well, I mean, it all makes sense. Everything we're saying is genuine. Like they have more sets of this than they did of Rock Raiders. What's more mockable? Which one's more consistent? Yes, one's more newer. So it's hard to compare the two, but just as a theme itself.
And yeah, we don't even have to be looking at these as a theme
benchmark.
Yeah, look at its own thing. Yeah. So I don't know. We can start with Ethan. What with your thoughts? What do you think we should rank this?
I would give it. I would give it a good B. A good B.
Okay.
Is that a B plus? Is that a B? Is that a?
I would give it.
Don't make it complicated, Matt. We only have a B.
I would give it like a mid B.
Okay.
I don't know. I like the Lego Movie. I think the Lego Movie is better than
honestly, I don't sort those. I don't sort those at all. I just throw them on there.
Yeah. Well, you want to kind of use those as a benchmark when you're trying to make a comparison, and I understand, but at the same time, you can't do that because each story is so different.
Yeah.
I know that for me, I don't know. So there's something about Rock Raiders that
it was
felt
more interesting. Like
that felt nuanced, I think. And maybe that's why I liked it a little bit more, especially for the time period that it came out. But I feel like for this, I really think it is better than Rock Raiders because of the collectible monsters. And I think, like, as a kid, I would like playing with them a lot more. So it has that playability, but as an adult, it's not necessarily something that I would necessarily be interested in because it seems like it's not as displayable when Rock Raiders was. I don't know. I could go both ways on it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why.
It's hard. I agree with you, man. Because looking at it from a kid's point of view, it's freaking awesome. Looking at a kid from an adult's point of view, I mean, is it something I would go pick up nowadays? Probably for the nostalgia point. But if I was standing there and there was Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Ninjago, all this, it wouldn't stand out to me.
Well, Rock Raiders had those pieces too. The magnets.
Yes.
The shiny
magnets
drill.
I do have to say, magnets were very common back in the day.
They
There
were,
was
really?
a lot of
Yeah.
sets with magnets in them.
Okay.
Like I even
okay.
have some of them. Like there was these like I don't even know how to explain them, but they're like big bug mechs, and those like use magnets a lot. And there's all these other space ones. Presume
Yeah.
probably could tell you all the themes of
I
them.
was just thinking that. Like, we should probably ask Fazoom how much magnets. Actually, because I think some of his spaceships he built have magnet pieces in it, like to hold parts
Yeah.
Right.
on there. I think
Yeah.
he does.
I'm like I'm not taking that away. I do get what you
No,
mean.
no,
There
no.
was
Yeah, it
the
just
big drill
felt
piece. Yeah.
it felt more nuanced at the time. I think that's the best way for me to put it and what I'm trying to get across. I would, but I'm looking at Ninjago too, and I'm thinking in my head, is this better than that?
I
Kind
think
of,
so.
to me, it's along the same lines almost. It's not something that I would have ever bought, but I think for kids who are interested in that
Thank you.
sort of thing, insectoids, I would say B minus.
Guys, I gotta say,
What?
Fazoom cracks me up when he's just like, insectoids. He throws out the proper term. Just
Presume you want to be on next week. We'll go through a really old theme just with you. That'll be the whole show.
we should go
You
through
kids.
space theme. Oh, did we already do space theme? We haven't done space
No,
theme yet.
we haven't done,
Classic
I mean,
space.
there's tons of space themes we can go into though.
We should do a
like,
space theme with Fazoom next week.
Presume
We
you want to
should
be
do-
on
should
next
do-
week.
We should do a
Him.
bad space theme.
No.
Yes,
Star Wars.
yes. Find the worst space theme.
Do Star Wars with Fazoom. See what he thinks. Like Ethan
I'd
said.
actually love to hear what Fazoom has to say about Star Wars because he likes Star Wars,
Can-
but it's not his favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
And he has
I
a
would-
good reason. Like
I'd
his reason
honestly,
is-
Yes.
I'd love that to be the whole show. Is we just go through themes with Presume, like
Fazoom
very in
special.
depth.
So yeah, for
Um,
me, B minus. What do you think, Brad?
Okay, looking at some of the other themes, in my opinion, better than Ninjago. I love the sets on these way better than Ninjago. Honestly,
consistent.
I agree.
Mhm.
I prefer, it's better than Ultra Agent, like Agents, in my opinion. Did we just say all? No, we haven't done Ultra Agents, like
What's
Monster
the-
Fighters. But so I don't think it's a C, and I'm looking at B, and I'm like, to me, this is on the same par as like Exo Force and Pharaoh's Quest. Like it's still got that. It's a good theme. Oh, yep.
Maybe we do a Wednesday thing again.
Oh, we'll get him on the week after. We got
the
it.
week after.
But honestly, I'd love to say A, but I'm also like this. I know can't hold up, and
Yeah.
I know you guys. If I try to put in A, you guys will just hit it off the ground. So
I
like,
would change my vote
You're
to
allowed-
a D to bring
You're
it
allowed
back
to say
down.
you're allowed to say what you want. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
it's your
but
opinion.
Yeah,
I
we'll
just
roast you for it.
but I'd say B, just because looking at what else we have on there, I'd say B.
What
Zane,
I
are
would
you going
do
to be
is
different? Go ahead, Ethan.
what I would do is not necessarily get the sets, but get those rock monsters off Bricklink, and that's what more.
Zane, what do you think?
So really quickly to answer this question, it's not a group consensus. It's on an individual basis. We just put it in that bracket. Like it's not compared to other themes and that. We just look at them just to understand better what we decided. And it's not compared to those as well. But I honestly,
It just helps you compare like
It's a
to us,
benchmark.
like Lego City is an A in our opinion. Let's just say that. Do we think this is better than Lego City? And looking at that, it's like, okay, it just helps you. Like you look at what's in A, you look at what's in C. Okay, I think this is better than what's in C, but not as good as what's in A. So you would throw in a B then.
Yeah.
That's
What are you eating?
Me?
No,
no.
the Viking
So-
up there.
I got cheesecake.
Oh my gosh!
oh my gosh, you're pulling everything out of your butt today.
You make me
The
hungry
burrito.
every stream.
my lovely wife was kind enough to bring me some hot frozen burritos as I asked, because she's amazing. So, but that's hot as hell.
G
I got Twizzlers. They're
So-
rainbow Twizzlers.
Rainbow Twizzlers are the best. Just so
I
you
know
know.
they are.
Okay, so here's my thoughts, guys. You guys gotta get ready for this one.
I got secondhand smoke.
Okay. That's disgusting.
Honestly,
give
it really smelled like secondhand smoke too.
Okay, guys, everybody prepare. We need I give it a C.
Woo!
So
Why?
Not really. No,
No, you're allowed to say what you feel.
I know.
Be open. Be honest. That's why we're here.
This is my opinion. Looking at the set as a Lego set, I think that it falls under a C category because it's pretty basic. Like it's very unique in certain ways, but it's from a time like if you look at the wheels, they're really cool, but they're plastic and they're simple and it's hard to explain. I mean, it's very minimal, but yet unique at the same time. It didn't last very long. I feel like it has its ups and its downs. If I was a kid, I would love it. I would love to play with it. It has great playability, but does it also have mockability? Does it also have shelf capabilities? Like it does for me now because of nostalgia, but if I wasn't into something like that, it wouldn't be there. Like it's just hard to explain. So to me, I feel like it falls in like a C, like kind of there with Ninjago. Like I like City better. I like, the Egyptian one better. I like all that. I really like the set. Don't get me wrong. I would buy some of these. I would definitely go out and buy these more than Ninjago or any of those. But I just think as a whole, it kind of falls into a C.
Yeah. And I think it's just, for me, that's why I give it a B minus, is because the kid in me says B. The adult in me says C.
And you know what? I can agree with that. Like and the C is the adult side of me. Looking at it right now, is the C. But as a child, I would go with B. Like, you know what I mean? So a B minus is perfect right there. I think a B minus is perfect.
Can we put it in between B and C?
Honestly, you guys want me to go through next week and make an S plus, like, and then we can quickly on our own time just go through and move that
much harder.
Yeah. I'm since I'm already the child, it's more of the money, the rich, and then the Ethan with money, and the Ethan with not so much money.
Check this out, guys. What do you see? Do you guys read this? He's talking about how it's tiered for each of us, like what we rank it like in all of our things. Like Brad has A list, B list. I mean, it would be complicated.
Right? Really complicated.
And honestly, I would understand that, but this is just kind of for fun, just to kind of show people, hey, like, what does our group think about these themes? Like, that's really like it gives us a reason to talk about old themes because I love Lego, and old themes are something that people talk about once in a while when a new theme coming out. But it's like, we're talking about Power Miners. Like, honestly, there's themes I am super excited to get into because I think none of us have heard of them. Like, in all honesty,
I think it's fun to quote unquote debate a little bit between us.
Yeah.
And just we each have our own opinion, but all together, what can we kind of agree upon?
Definitely.
And as the person who loves a good, unique theme, I love, like, honestly, growing up, that was my favorite thing. I didn't just love stars. I loved a good, unique theme. Ethan's the mock builder. Zane's the old person.
I'm the comedian, guys. Just go with it.
Matt's just mad at this point.
No, but like I tried to use a good word. But like Zane's the old man who displays stuff, and Matt's the Star Wars nerd. Like he also looks at it like Matt. You look on it different elements of stuff than like I look on it. I love. Does this theme hold up? Is this theme unique? Would I like actually still want to if I had the time and energy in me, would I want to play with this theme still? Would I want to display I look at all the different levels, but I love a good unique theme and I want to see it's something that bothers me so much right now that Lego doesn't do, which is good unique themes. So I am hoping that we do get some, but
And we all, if I've learned anything about Lego fans in general, is that we all have our own unique perspective. And bringing those all together to talk about one thing in a focused manner is pretty cool. I have a lot of fun doing this.
I think that's perfect, honestly. I really do. I mean, it's kind of what the Lego community is about. Like, here's 100 bricks. Each one of us would make something completely different. And so the fact that we see a certain theme completely different is what Lego is about. And so all of us having our own opinion is perfect. It's Lego,
Yep. It's fun.
I have been waiting for people who actually watch SpongeBob. I was going to do that one week, and then the people who actually watched SpongeBob weren't there, and I have never seen SpongeBob.
I love SpongeBob.
Go watch it. It's amazing.
I don't.
It's not the same level of humor as if you were a kid and you grew up with it.
I think it still is.
Yeah, but I
have a reason why I don't want to watch it. Honestly, my friend grew up
because of the original idea about what it's supposed to represent.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. It's more of just like I watched at a friend's house growing up, and I always thought it was just stupid, so I never.
Well, that's
personally
me.
me.
That's why people watch us too, Brad.
Yeah.
That's why they watch me, okay?
Why do you think TikTok exists?
Yep.
I just it's a level
TikTok
of
sounds
stupid.
are SpongeBob.
Honestly,
It's a level of stupid that I can't wrap my head around.
It's too much.
Too stupid for you, Brad. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
joking.
Okay, guys.
I'm joking.
So, what do you guys think? I think that we're good here. I think it's time. I think
Yep.
it's time.
It's time.
Don't you guys think it's time for this? You think it's time for that?
Yes,
Time for
it's
this?
time.
It's time.
I don't have my TIE fighter over here.
Division.
Okay.
One
No,
division.
I left it here.
Wait, guys,
just
I got a
for
different kind of tie right here. Hi, Quincy.
I got Vader's tie all the way up there.
that. Wow.
I took
way
all the
up
light
there.
bluish gray tiles. I can get it.
Why'd you take all the white, bluish, gray type?
I'm a mark builder. I built my clone base a year and a half ago. Do I need to grab a tie? Am I going to miss the best part of Stud Buds?
You're fine.
Guys, we gotta make sure next week when you talk about Falcon the Winter Soldier, we gotta make sure we have our TIE fighters. Okay.
Yes. We'll have some segment separators too then.
Okay,
Okay, so
this is our
We're
tie.
just talking about WandaVision this week, right?
yeah, just WandaVision because I haven't seen
Not the Black Falcon.
not the Black Falcon.
Which
He hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen it yet, Matt. Matt, you fool!
What did you do?
No. It's not a big spoiler. It's just it's so funny. That part was so funny because
Matt, shut up.
I was
Shut
thinking
up.
about
I haven't seen today's episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
So funny. I was just thinking about Brad the entire time after that.
Oh my gosh.
I
think they were
love
listening.
today's
I think they were listening to us, honestly.
honestly.
Anyways,
So I had okay. So I haven't been into Marvel in a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was kind of like I got out of Marvel and was really into Star Wars for the longest time. Like I was watching Marvel movies as they came out, but it's like
Infinity War, Endgame. You weren't involved in that. Hype?
No, like that Endgame was like the last time I was like really into a Marvel movie. Like
Well,
I
that
was
was a year and a
for
half.
a while. The last
Since-
Marvel movie that came out. Well,
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
exactly.
Far From Home.
But like even it was around the time of Spider-Man that I was like kind of losing a little bit of interest.
Yeah, Captain
And then I
Marvel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I watched Wanda and the first 4 episodes, and I know this is gonna be a common opinion. I was like, okay, this is interesting, but I kind of want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And then it got like, oh my gosh, this is like, and I rewatched the whole Marvel universe just to make all those connections I didn't make before. And so like,
Exactly.
honestly, the show did a really good job of incorporating. We got things from Thor.
Yeah.
Somehow we connected stuff from Thor and Captain Marvel
Mhm.
and Ant-Man. Parts we didn't like, characters we didn't even like about those came together and we actually liked them. Like no one from Ant-Man can say, yeah, I love Jimmy Woo. And now people want a Jimmy Woo TV show, which I
Yeah.
think that fad's going to die soon. But
No,
just-
here's the thing, guys. Jimmy Woo was the very first Marvel hero. Like, go back and look at the old comics and stuff. He was so early on, but he was so much more of a BA, if you want to call it that.
So I
G-rated
was
content.
watching because after I watched Marvel Cinematic Universe, I was like, I want to watch more Marvel stuff, and I was on Disney Plus, and there was a show on there that I watched as a kid, and it was Avengers. I can't remember the name of it. It's gonna come back to me, but it's this Avengers show, and the first episode, Iron Man is taking this villain to the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and Iron Man is taking this villain to this like vault, which is like its vault, and he says, "Jimmy Woo, do you copy?" And it's like Jimmy Woo is this like Shield agent, and I like freaked out, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing!" But
well, he was like the James Bond of Marvel. Like if you,
Yeah.
I just looked up like Jimmy Woo original.
Okay.
He actually looks really cool. He's got the shades and everything.
Wow.
That's awesome. Okay, I didn't actually know that, but like Jimmy Woo. I'm just putting it this way though. Jimmy Woo. We had the little girl from Captain Marvel. We had Jane Foster's intern. We had all 3 of those characters, and
Yes,
they're
I
like
am.
some of my favorite characters now. Like after that, like they did the show really good justice. I mean, even the end. I know the ending felt rushed just because they
It
had
was.
to rush it because of COVID. But honestly, I am so glad with what they did with Quicksilver. bringing the same actor in from the Fox universe just to troll the fans was one of the best things.
That made me so upset.
Happy.
No, because what they did was they got your expectations up so high because they wanted to market the show. That's literally what it felt like. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to pretend to bring back the X-Men Quicksilver. We know that the fans are going to love this, but guess what? We're not going to do anything with it. And then all those fans that were excited, we're just going to let them down with a joke. And that's why Marvel always upsets me, because Marvel humor takes away the quality of the storyline for one joke. And I hate when they do that. Sorry, that's my rant, but that is the one thing that I despise about Marvel movies. And I think that's it. Honestly, I think that's a Disney thing. I think that is a problem with Disney because they've done it in the recent Star Wars films as well. Because if you look back at original Iron Man, it did not have that vibe at all. There was humorous moments, but it wasn't story based. The story lent itself to the humor, not the other way around.
Yeah. Honestly though, I love that because I was getting so annoyed with all the theory accounts on this is just me, but all the Marvel theory accounts that were on TikTok. So I was getting these pages and they're like, oh my gosh, like, and they were like, make the tiniest little connections, and then they did that, and like they're like, I mean, well, it's this thing and this thing, and like they, Marvel trolled us. I was like, you guys deserve this. I'm sorry, but you guys deserve this. Like,
at Soup Stuff next time, at him next time, Brad.
I will. I was so fussed. I kept. It's the most clickbait
but the
stuff.
thing was, Brad, that in the end, that was supposed to be a part of the original story. The rabbit was supposed to be something else. Everything led up to something else in the ending, but they didn't have the time to fully piece it all together. And ultimately, I think it's the reason the show really suffered. I love the different periods of time, and what little girl doesn't want to be the actress on her own sitcom growing up? They beautifully crafted that. Honestly, I like the second to the last episode better than the last one because it tied everything together and put a bow on top. The last episode was just the icing on the cake.
Was the second last one was the one where they go back in to look at the I also love that. I love seeing stuff we've seen from Age of Ultron. Because Wanda's never been really set up. Like she's always, she got set up a little bit, like little side hints in Ultron. But I loved how, we got to look what really happened in, all these different spots. Her relation, how her brother's death really affected her. And like the whole show is about how grief can really tear a person apart, like the inner core of it. Like, really what happened with Vision, really what happened with this, really what happened with, other people she cared about, like Black Widow, and I mean, I don't know if she cared about, but like other characters, like Steve, all those people kind of disappearing in her life, and then the government kind of using her emotions to kind of almost try to bring back Vision, and then just how that all just rips a person apart, and that underlining meaning there was just beautiful.
I have a theory for you guys.
Go for it.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with WandaVision.
Oh god.
Yes.
It has to do with Captain America.
Oh wait, is it the same theory that I had last night while watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier? It might be. I want to hear this.
Okay, so if Steve Rogers goes back in time, okay.
Yep, it's the exact same.
If he goes back in time, then he is not present for the big moments through the Avengers. It means he's not there for Avengers. I mean, you think about it, and he went through those things, and then he went back in time. But when you go back in time and start changing things, then it has the ripple effect and starts changing the presence.
Okay, it's not going to be what I think it. I have a different theory. Keep going.
So I used the time travel.
Did you finish your thought, Zane?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have more, but I want to see what you guys have to say.
Okay.
So
good.
I was gonna say I think the time travel works. I think it's Straw Hat Goofy who said this. Who one of my favorite. Like he's been really doing a good job with the Marvel and Vision stuff, and like Falcon Winter Soldier. But he talks about how it's the same thing as Harry Potter in this third Harry Potter movie. When Hermione does the time turner and goes back in time, it creates doubles of them basically.
So it keeps going, and then they're living that as a
basically
double.
That's technically like an eternity of that happening, which is the kind of theory I go with, because technically it's they because I think it's actually led to Peggy Carter talks about it in Winter Soldier, talks about her husband And yes, everyone from Agent Carter thinks it's the agent she hooks up with in the second season.
Well, she says, "You came back, Steve. You came back," meaning he came back when he did at the end of Endgame. You know how old Peggy dying in bed says, "You came back. You came back."
Yeah.
Well, he did.
But yeah, that's how I see it working. It's kind of this eternity of that happening. So I don't know. But we weren't really talking about that. So
yeah, sorry.
I was going to say also with that theory. So Captain America went back in time. We know that he had to return the stones, and then he went back to Peggy. I think he looked into the future. I think he went forward in time as well as going back in time, and I think that he will play into the events in the future. At some point, I can see Steve Rogers coming back as that Captain America in that time period, knowing that the new Avengers are going to need him, and he's going to show up because he already did that before he went back to see Peggy.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why he gave Sam the shield. That's why he set up these things in order for it to happen, because he already knew what was also going to happen down the line.
Speaking of theories, I also have. This was a TikTok video that I saw a long time ago. Y'all might have seen it. But I also like when TikTok or when Captain America went back in time. He was Stan Lee and all of the cameos. That was him. I thought that would be perfect. And in that final scene, Stan Lee was there instead of old Captain America. I think that would have been perfect.
That would have been
honestly, yes. Honestly,
I think that would have ruined the memory of Stan Lee just a little bit, but
well,
honestly,
fun.
That would have paid so much respect to Stan Lee, though, in my personal opinion. But
I like the theory of all the Stan Lee cameos are now going to be done by Deadpool.
Yes, I heard that one, and I like that.
It'd be so
it's
cool.
not G-rated though, Brad.
Yeah, I'd still love it. Love it.
But Zane, what did you think of this show? I mean, you're a Marvel fan, but you're not the biggest, most knowledgeable Marvel fan out there.
So I love Iron Man. In my day, we came out with the OG Iron Man 2008. Okay. Mm-hmm. That was a huge deal for me. That was the coolest thing, seeing that in theaters. He's walking away from a tank, and the little things pop up.
Tank missile.
And it blows up the tank, and he dodge it. Like, what? Yeah. It's so good. And WandaVision, I think, was amazing. I really do. It had a really rough start. In my opinion, launching, you sit there, you go back and watch it a second time, Brad, and you look at it. I can watch it and enjoy it a second time. Now that I know where it's going, I can enjoy those first couple episodes, but not knowing where it's going is what kept me there. But not knowing, it changing every episode kind of threw me off. It really did. It made me think, are we actually going to go anywhere here? Is it going to be an entire season of just nonsense things happening and random Spitfire sitcoms and
then at the end, one episode will make it all right, and then it'll make sense.
Exactly. But it kind of deterred me from it. I mean, I have to watch 10 episodes to get to the answer. I want hints. But I'm glad that they did what they did in the episode 4 and 5, where they kicked her out of the what the hell?
Ethan, what time period are you in? Are you in WandaVision?
Yes, I'm in WandaVision.
Oh no, it's the real one.
What did y'all think of the black and white?
How are you doing? Can you do that here?
Honestly, I love that. That was great.
I am a fan of the old sitcoms, so I kind of enjoyed it. But it had this weird flavor where, for me at least, there were moments that were funny, but it wasn't funny. Especially, it was this weird juxtaposition because you heard the laugh track, but you didn't necessarily want to laugh at it. Whereas sitcoms, it encourages you to laugh more about it. Whereas this, my brain was prepared for a Marvel show. And there's a certain level of expectations that come with that. And I'm not ready to watch a sitcom based on two Marvel Avengers. It was just this weird thing for me that I had to really get used to. But Zane, like you said, I appreciated it a lot more on a second watching because there were more things that I could look out for.
Have you seen the Dick Van Dyke Show though? By chance?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Brad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just want a quick thing about it. I think you had to have those first 4. I think you had to have the episodes that set up. And yes, in every show.
You did.
Oh gosh, the number of shows I've watched was like, when is this gonna get to the point?
Yeah.
And then it finally does. You're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Or that was like flop. And I think
you only have
that
8 episodes with this too, 8 or 9. Which I don't know.
Yeah, but I do understand that we are so tuned into the what we got with Daredevil and those shows. We're so used to that now, where it's like, let's dump you all the episodes, and there's not going to be any filler episodes.
Well, what makes it so hard with this is, I think, and I'm experiencing it with Falcon and Winter Soldier too, is these are not. It's not a series. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's one movie. It's one big movie, one big story. And it's hard to watch on a weekly basis when you're not going to see the full thing for, 8 weeks, 9 weeks? That's what I struggle with it, because you're only getting in the first episode the first half of the first act of a 9-hour thing.
But think about the playability of it. Think about down the line to people who haven't seen it yet, because people did it with The Mandalorian too. They just binge it, but it's a good thing to binge. I mean, it's just like it's taking a movie that could possibly be 3.5 hours, breaking it up, and then you can binge watch it at your own time. That way you're not sitting in a theater or just watching it for 3 hours, because people lose interest. But if you want to do that, you can do it, because like you said, it's a movie. But think about like a director's cut or like an extended cut movie. It allows you to put much more into it by breaking it up like that. So I actually, after you say that, I kind of have more respect for it, because I think that's actually great, because like King Kong, when it came out, I think it was like 3.5-hour movie. That was a long movie to watch in theaters, but I really appreciated it. And I'm talking about like the 2005 King Kong or whatever it is.
You get time with the characters, and it's why people enjoyed Jimmy Woo, Darcy, the people, the no names, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And especially, that's what we need right now, when we have had all of our original Avengers go away. Iron Man, no more Captain America. We need to fall in love with these guys a bit more, because
let's face it, Iron Man?
Well, no, Iron Man's gone.
Did you say that? He's never gone.
Technically, there might be one more movie with him.
He's right.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
If this was Star Wars, they would be back. They stayed alive due to their hatred.
I don't want them to ruin what their stories are by cheaply bringing them back.
And honestly, it was something that I loved that they started doing after Ultron. This sounds awful. Even I loved Quicksilver. I wish that character could have stayed on and they killed someone else. But I'm so glad they killed him off and kept him dead.
But it still matters. And that's the thing that I love.
Yeah. Because it still matters his death. And on top of that, because remember up to that point, we had Agent Coulson come back, Nick Fury come back 1,000 times. Everyone would come back 1,000 times. And everyone was, after Quicksilver died, it was like, oh, when's he going to come back in Captain America Civil War? Or when is he going to come back in this? When is he going to come back in this? And then it's like, nope, he didn't come back. And everyone's like, oh, damn. Like, they're actually going to kill off characters and leave them dead now. Like, we had Iron Man's funeral. He's not coming back. I do feel like we might get variations of Iron Man. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
We're getting Iron Heart.
It's going to be, it's War Machine stepping up to take the man. It's those types of things.
So Easy Craftsman has a good point here. I agree with him on this. In a world of instant gratification, people like it right now, this second. I can respect that. Having to wait a little bit, trying to, that's the thing about a TV show. That's what's interesting about it, is you're so hyped up for the end. You're so hyped up for the big reveal of whatever that might be.
And that's why I love Clone Wars so much. But the thing about Clone Wars and other television series is that usually in a single episode, you have kind of your own beginning, middle, and end. Whereas these plots of each episode all connect, and they all have a cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah.
Well, Brad, go ahead.
I was going to say a few things about it. And yes, like one of the things is there's also little subplots inside of big, like, in Clone Wars, there was different arcs. There might be like one massive arc, but there's smaller arcs inside of that, like they used to do with Arrow and those shows. But honestly, it makes me honestly, I love having something to look forward to my Fridays. I love having, hey,
Yeah.
I just watched Falcon Winter Soldier. I come home from school right now. I get a bowl of cereal. I curl up under a blanket and watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's
How
amazing.
cute.
I did it with WandaVision
I
too.
bet you're adorable. I'd snuggle with you.
Is it you and your cat?
It's a very
Watching-
fuzzy. Yeah, unless my cat joins in. But like honestly, it's something, and I watch. It sounds awful, but I watch movies just like this. I will watch 40 minutes of a movie, stop it, come back the next day, watch another 40 minutes, because I watch everything like a TV show. And TV shows, I'll watch them for 10 minutes, stop them. Like I'll be watching my phone, stop it, go do something else, or start watching a TV show while I do that thing. So honestly, I'm so used to this. I don't mind it. I do wish I could get the full story. I want that full story, but I don't mind having to wait a bit.
Yeah.
It gives, again, I would rather have this than what we got with Daredevil, what we got with Luke Cage,
Yeah.
what we got with those shows.
Well,
Can
not only
we-
that, but it gives you an opportunity to watch along with other fans and speculate, which is part of the fun. And I like analyzing every detail. And if it doesn't work on the end, I'm not going to be disappointed. But I enjoy speculating and talking like this, which is what makes it enjoyable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, what's the thing? The person that everyone was like theories, like Mephisto. Is that like the
Mephisto.
one? Yeah,
That was the one. If you had to pick one theory, it was Mephisto.
Yeah, it was Mephisto, and then how this was going to lead into mutants was the other thing
And
what I
Doctor
saw.
Strange. And Doctor
Yes.
Strange.
Yes.
Which mattered at the end.
Which, for the record, we haven't talked much about the show itself, and I do want to talk some about the show itself. Like,
We will,
what
but
did
really quick before we go in there, can we have like a Clone Wars segment, because I'm like getting into some good stuff in Clone Wars. Not right now, but like on one of the episodes, because
Clone Wars
I think-
What
rewatch?
episode are you on?
I'm on season 3, episode like
I'm-
16, where what's his face,
Ooh.
Darth Maul's brother just came back. Savage just
Yes.
came back
Press.
from fighting what's her face and Dooku.
Ventress and Dooku,
Ventress
which is
and
the
Dooku.
best. Such a great episode.
Mhm.
Such a great episode.
Did
My
you
favorite.
see? Did you get to where I built the mock, my Clone Wars mock that I built a year ago?
I have not. I just barely got there. Where he's not.
Oh,
so
okay.
he just
No,
barely
that's
left the
season
planet.
4.
He just left the planet
Oh.
looking for Maul.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
And
yeah.
the orb.
Okay, sorry. We'll go on to that
No,
another one.
yeah. We should definitely go into some
Cliffhanger.
maybe before Bad Batch we go into like a Clone Wars kind of.
ooh.
I don't want to rewatch all the Clone Wars because I just did that recently.
I don't have to rewatch anything.
Yeah, same.
I
No,
know
same.
them all by heart.
Oh yeah.
Same. I mean, maybe like an episode or two after rewatch, you really remember that. But
Yeah.
in all honesty, like I think going back to WandaVision, I honestly think it was a well-needed different kind, because when we got Guardians of the Galaxy, we loved
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy because it was different, and that's why I liked WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
It was these characters we loved, and it was different, and it showed us again, like, okay, Civil War dealt with what, you know, we've always seen, oh yeah, the Avengers come out on top, they've won, nothing bad, and then it's like, oh, all these people died because Iron Man made the mistake of making a killer robot, basically.
Yeah.
We started seeing that more in movies and stuff recently, where we see the effects of superheroes, and technically that's the whole plot of The Boys on Amazon. But you know, we get to see that a little more in Marvel shows. We just got to see what happens when all of a superhero's friends, you know, close people, when their grief just gets built up, and what happens when they just explode. And I think that was very interesting.
That's
Real
amazing,
world.
Brad.
It's relatable.
That was the best thing you could have said, because I genuinely agree with that 100%, Brad, because it's different. She is so heartbroken. She has lost everything. Iron Man's dead. So many people are dead, and the love of her life is dead. And she just breaks down, and all of this is because of her powers and her emotions, and the best people in this world can have the worst mental breakdowns because of internal things. And it's so relatable that I think that's what's interesting. I'm so glad you said that, Brad, because I didn't even think about that.
And honestly, I think she goes into a lot of the stages of grief.
She
The
does.
big one is denial there, because she's denying that, you know, like she creates vision because of denial. And
Yep.
you know, I that's what I started to notice after like looking back on the show, is it's all about the grief. It's all about dealing with that. And as you know,
What do you guys think? So in the beginning, she acted like she didn't know what was going on. Like when things started glitching, she acted like she didn't know until oh my goodness, what's the main lady, the one that got
Agatha.
kicked? Agatha? No,
No,
not
no, no,
Agatha.
not
The one
another
that
one.
got
Oh gosh.
exactly the
This
the
is
other
yes.
agent
Isn't that terrible though? I think that says a lot.
that we don't remember her name.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sorry.
1 second. 1 second. I got it.
Geraldine is her in-show name. I remember
Okay.
that.
You look her up.
Uh,
But what I'm saying is until the moment when she's like, "What are you doing here? Who are you?"
Yep.
And like
Mo-
starts to realize she's not
Monica?
Monica.
Yes, Monica Rambeau. Yes.
She's
Yeah.
not part of it. She realizes she's not part of the town, and kicks her out. In till like the third or fourth episode, I thought she had no idea that she had done this.
Honestly, same.
Well, you know
I
how
thought it
you
was
pretend.
Agatha.
Have you ever seen a person pretend like they have everything all together, but they really never do on the inside? That's what this is.
Have
I
you guys ever
wonder-
seen me? I mean, do you think I have all this because I have it together? No.
Honestly, I think
It's
the
close
thing
to home.
that- My theory about all that is that at first she does like all that grief when it like let out like in that giant explosion as we saw at the end, like kind of end. I think that made her forget kind of what happened. I think it made her start living in this reality for a bit. And then as things started slowly like dissolving, like her brain started like kicking back and remembering what's going on. And then we saw that more and more where she like started taking control of things. She would control certain parts just depending on what was going on. Like there was all that stuff that was happening. So
Well,
It
the
was
whole
Agatha
show is
all
about
along.
the whole show is about control, right?
It
I
was.
mean, and grief, like you were saying, Brad. This speaks to new levels, and this show was made before COVID, right? When COVID happened, people had lost every sense of control in what they have in their life, and they grieve deeply, clinging on to things that were not real. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen people like that in real life, where they
Yeah.
try to overstep their boundaries, maybe even dictate a little bit more in your life because something's going on internally with them. And that's what this is too. That's what she's doing to the townsfolk.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? Darth Vader was disappointed because Darth Vader could only force choke.
That was a
She
great
force
meme.
choked the entire town.
That was
a great
meme.
meme, right?
honestly
Very good.
though,
Very good.
that new outfit she has,
Woo!
I'm not gonna. I'm not like all the weirdos on TikTok right now, but like that was an awesome upgrade. Like we got to see her in her like kind of like older look, and then we've gotten to see her with what Marvel's put her with. The red leather jacket. It was great, and then we get that look, and I'm like, dang, like Marvel killing on these outfits right now.
Here's a thought. Okay, guys. Here's a thought. Both after credit scenes. What are your thoughts?
Oh yes.
I was about to say, did you not watch them?
No, I did.
I think I watched. Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The scroll one is interesting to me, and I think we saw that coming because it's setting up the new TV show Secret Invasion, and it was hinted to a bit in the show.
Yeah.
There was times where they hinted towards scrolls, and we've seen that coming out a little bit more, where scrolls have taken over a lot more than we think. With Nick Fury,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, that was a cool thing. I was really hoping she was actually going to see Nick Fury or see more people like that. Like I was hoping that was going to be connected to all that a bit more to the scene we saw in Spider-Man. I don't know. Just like you guys,
when it came to the Talos scroll scene, well, first of all, Jimmy Woo's getting an upgrade. He's going to become the head of Sword. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think Sword. Maybe you're right. No, maybe you're right.
Because Monica said Sword is the organization that the quote unquote bad guy agent dude, he ran Sword. He was the head of Sword. Monica's mom used to be the head of it. Then she passed away in the time span when the blip happened and Monica was gone. And then Monica came back and her mom was dead, right? Because she had died in the time span.
Yeah.
But then she was the head of a Sword, and because Monica was no longer around, they made this other guy the head. So Monica and this guy had that tension because in reality, she should be the head of Sword.
During WandaVision.
During WandaVision.
Okay.
And now that guy is in jail. So
Yeah.
I think that Jimmy Woo will become the new head of Sword. That secret, well, it's not really secret. That's more out in the open, I guess.
I think
Shield is.
I agree. He might, But quick question: isn't Nick Fury the head of Sword?
No,
Or is
Nick
that?
Fury is the head of Shield.
Yeah.
So
But
now
Shield's
we have Pokemon Sword and Shield, right?
But like, wait, isn't Shield no longer a thing? I don't know
No,
because like
Shield is a
Agents
thing.
of
Shield is a thing. Shield is just
okay,
fractured, and I think that Shield is more in space now,
no,
being what the
Sword is supposed to be the in space one, and Shield's supposed to be the ground one. That's always
Yeah.
what I took it as.
Even they even talked about in WandaVision because they brought the rover vehicle in from the space stuff from Sword.
yeah. My friend, I have a very close friend who knows Marvel extremely well, better than I can.
You want to fight about it? I'll fight you.
No, he
My
explained it
Sword against
very
your
well
Shield.
to me, but I can't reiterate the way he put it,
Okay.
which was so perfectly said. So I'm just kind of paraphrasing.
Okay.
But the second part, the second after the credit scene, I think a lot of people were a little disappointed, but it's her astrological form that comes out of her body, just as Doctor Strange can do. She's learning through the book, because one thing that people don't realize is that, and we got to see it at the end with Wanda, she's learning this entire time. She's still not at her full level of power, and Doctor Strange is eventually going to be the one. Okay, kids.
I asked if you wanted to fight.
I'd be afraid to fight with those ones because they might break.
Yeah,
What they're black? They're black series. They're strong. Like they're meant to.
but still, no. If I'm doing a lightsaber fight, I'm not pulling punches.
But I like
Fine.
that Wanda is learning. I like that she's not at her full level of power, and
Yeah.
we've seen that in the show. We've seen her grow so much, and that's what makes characters so compelling, is when you can watch who they are at the beginning versus who they are at the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I am gonna say, like, I do like that. I do think it's not gonna be the last time we see Wanda's kids, because there are theories right now that they're setting up for a Young Avengers series, maybe, and her kids will be part of that.
Also, the last episode, it reminded me so much of The Incredibles.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. You're right.
Oh, there's a comment. Oh, I didn't see that.
I mean,
So
honestly, like,
So true.
I thought that was a pretty cool fight. Like, it was a little bit boring at some points, but it was like really cool to see Vision go at himself, and also Agatha, an amazing villain. Just like the actress who played her, just was, oh my gosh, did a beautiful job. Really, like,
all along.
like, and that song is stuck in your head. Let's be honest.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why the music is so good?
Why?
Oh, it's
It
the
was
people.
the same writers as like a lot of other Disney soundtrack, like Frozen, who wrote the same songs for WandaVision.
Yeah.
I think they did
That's cool.
But quickly going back to what you said about Sword and Shield. So you think Shield is now like space protecting?
Well, that's
and Sword.
Nick Fury. When you see
Okay.
him at the end of Far From Home, he's in space, right? The real Nick Fury. Which, don't even get me started on my thoughts and how I feel about all
let's
that.
Let's talk about that.
But anyways, the whole. Never mind. That's another discussion. The whole I like my bread sliced in this way.
Okay, no.
You know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of depth with that. Anyways, yes. So I think Shield seems to be going upwards. I think that's where Agents of Shield ended up when I stopped watching. They were going into space, doing more space things. No, they weren't. Okay.
It was seriously time travel. That thing at episode end of season 4, it's a time travel thing.
That's the last time that I ever watched the show.
I don't think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has anything to do. I think, according to Straw Hat Goofy, because of the book that Wanda has, that disproves. That's the book that they have in the 4th season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which makes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. no longer.
I mean, they could find a way to rate themselves around it, but
honestly, they could do anything like that.
Yeah.
But
it's all what the writer's intention is.
Yeah, but I don't think it's canon anymore.
I think that S.H.I.E.L.D. does seem to be more space related, or that's the vibe that I get.
Yeah.
Whereas Sword is more, homeland defense.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I honestly, I think you're right. But I honestly would love to see Jimmy Woo stay at FBI, because we got like the head of, like, we got an FBI character, we got a shield character, we got a sword character. It's nice to have characters in different groups. So it's like, hey, in this show we need someone with an or in this movie we need the FBI person. We need the FBI. Yeah. So that's when that character comes out, and like different stuff like that. Yeah. But honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him in a bigger role. So
yeah.
But everything we've had,
boys playing with your Legos. Do you have any thoughts on WandaVision?
Sorry, we've been going off about this for a while, but this is
we're very in depth. We're very in depth, and the kids are getting bored.
One thing that I love about WandaVision is it's kind of something like I have a lot of imagination. It's basically her own separate world, and I feel like if I had that idea, I really want, like, if I were to create my own TV show, I would love to have that idea with having like my own world, like 2 separate worlds. I just love that idea. Like, that's just me. I like the own world.
Yeah,
I think it's really cool.
Was there anything about the show that surprised you?
I mean, I didn't really have a lot of expectations when I went into it, because but it makes me really excited for Doctor Strange. I'm super excited because I was like, Doctor Strange and Wanda, I don't see it, but now I was like, ooh, Doctor Strange and Wanda.
It was just impressive to me to see where she was denying the fact that who she was. I'm not that witch. I'm not the Scarlet Witch. No. To
she
see,
embraces it.
She embraces it. She beats Agatha all along, and then turns around. Yeah.
Sorry. Brick and Mad just showed up in chat, and so it's just.
I reached out to her and shot her a message because I wanted you to show her. Okay, we're going to pause on this, and we are going to show Mr. Brad here. How do I do it? Let me click on it.
Yes. Brick and Mad. It was a very interesting thing I found in my P.O. box today. Again, I'm not making fun of anything that someone sent me, but I know she sent me this as a troll, basically, and I think it's the funniest and one of the coolest things I have gotten in my P.O. box now. Honestly.
Troll. It's a flashlight.
It's a flashlight. How is that not useful? I mean,
I have one. I want one. We should all get one. All 4 of us.
Honestly, I was filling up the package and I was like, "What is this?" But no, I actually do like this. I think this is a very fun thing to put with my Lego collection. Even though
the winky face says it all.
I am the biggest Chima fan. I know. Everyone knows this.
It was $1.
You have to send that to me. It's a construction worker flashlight.
I love this because you can take the arms off and they're the same exact size as a Lego minifigure.
You put real figure arms on there?
Yeah.
I don't want to rip off the arms now.
Do it. It's so worth it.
It's just Chima.
Yeah. True. I
was sent that by a fan, and a good friend. So I don't want
to. Now you'll be safe walking to your car. How thoughtful.
Exactly.
I gotta find a minifigure now.
But yeah, so
what do you guys think about White Vision?
Whoa, what?
Yeah, did you hear people were trying to cancel that? It was the
stupidest
thing.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing. I'm sorry, but it's like,
vision.
It's like, how could it's seriously like it's a blank canvas. That's the reason. Like it's not even light white. It was like light-ish, very light blue, like
pearl. He was like you said, he was a neutral vision. He is a blank canvas to do something with. And now honestly, he understands.
I think that's Vision coming back. They're going to use that. But
I hope so.
I do, because I really did like Vision. I was starting to really like him as a character. But I think the ending that we saw to WandaVision, those were actually setting up those characters and not just like setting them up to be taken apart. Like it was more setting up the kids and those. And Agatha, I feel like Agatha's gonna be a big part of the Marvel universe forward. For the record, I want her to come back.
She relates to the Fantastic Four. I don't know if you know that or not in the comics. I think she's the house sitter or maid for someone.
Probably, I'm guessing.
The female, one of the female characters in Fantastic Four. I forget what her name is.
Fantastic.
Sue Storm.
Yes,
Sue
her.
Storm, really?
She's related to Sue Storm in some sort of way. I think it's her nanny or something. I forget. But yeah. It all
interesting.
Connects.
I muted Ethan
but
while he's digging.
That doesn't mean that it will also come into play later on the way that it is in the comics.
Yes, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I think that they can like any of these characters could be used in the comics. But I think as someone who I am not a big like I love Iron Man movies, and I love like Captain America: Winter Soldier, and I love the Falcon and Winter Soldier movies because they don't really have superpowers. It's all about tech. It's a lot about superpower villains and stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
He that 501st Trooper's been hitting the gym. Look at him.
You should make a TikTok about that.
Yes.
He's getting
but-
swole.
But
Oh,
yo,
can you
just
put baby hands on it? Can you change the hands?
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you have like big ass arm, big arms?
Ah!
Oh my god, look at tiny hands. Look at baby
T-Rex arms. Oh my god.
That's the best thing on this entire show. I love that.
That's
Wow.
what I did to my minifigures. I always experiment with things.
Okay, so back to WandaVision.
sorry, I was
Pedalo,
gonna quickly end my thing. But I'm not usually a big fan of superhero people. I love, less, but I did really enjoy WandaVision. So those are my final thoughts. I'm really excited what they set up with the MCU. Yes, this wasn't really setting up more of the MCU, but it was, it was a good in its own thing. But I do like how it's setting up more stuff to come. I am excited to see where it goes from here. And honestly, I'm a bigger fan of the character of Wanda now, which I didn't think.
And what's interesting is they could have not done this. Like, they had to make this a TV show. They could not have done it with a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Brad, thank you for your thoughts. Matt?
Sorry, I know I talked about this a lot.
No, you're golden. That's why we did this last, because we were going to get into this. We've been meaning to get into it. So it's oh my god.
It's a big hand.
That's a giant hand, my boy.
Let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Dad jokes all day. But okay.
It's technically
Brad?
a Toy Story joke. He throws them. Hey, give me a
Give me a
hand.
hand.
Yeah, I know. He throws his hand up there. How do you know that? That was before your era.
We watched Toy Story.
It's Toy Story.
Not you. I'm talking about the junior down there.
The junior.
Toy Story. Okay, that was like one of the movies our parents would allow us to watch. So
That was like 1999.
I own the DVDs to that.
I grew up
So
with.
do I.
I own the VHS.
Yep.
Oh, get out of here, old man.
What about Iron Giant? Do you guys like Iron Giant?
That's before.
It's been a
my
long time since I've seen it, but I
Before
don't remember
you?
liking it that
For
much.
me, that's before my time. Yeah.
Guys, it's
I
a
watched
robot
it.
from outer space who's super nice, who has a dent in his head, who doesn't realize he's a giant space war machine that has a giant cannon that comes out of his chest and his hands and his arms, and then like the thing pops out and he like remembers and he goes all crazy, and then he like talks to Hogarth, and Hogarth is like, "No, Iron Giant, I love you. You be good." And he's like, "I am good. Save everybody. Oh, hero." It's amazing. That was a whole story.
Can you just
30
start a
seconds.
TikTok series of like explaining movies?
I was into Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues.
Same.
Hi guys. There was
Bob the
Paprika.
Builder.
Original Steve was the best. I'm
He was-
sorry.
Steve is actually now a musician. He was balding, shaved his head, does not even look like the same person. Super cool dude though, but he's a musician.
I
Yeah.
want so bad to put a compilation of every time we get off track and make a TikTok out of it.
Please, somebody do that. Somebody in the chat, can someone like clip these videos for my and everyone else's?
Every
like,
single
That's
time we
funny.
get off topic.
Anyways,
Funny.
back to my initial fire.
Ethan, finish.
Sorry, Ethan. Sorry.
I love Blue's Clues.
All right, are we gonna do an episode about that next? Like,
Yes.
Oh, I remember when I was little, I had like for Halloween, I had like a Blue's Clues costume.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
what year
dude.
was it? Were you like
become best friends?
I think. Well, we already were.
I need to
but
Floaty,
now we're like
Floaty,
BFFs
Floaty,
now.
yes. The Fox and the Hound movie was one of my favorites as well. And as an adult, it has become 10 times more depressing.
Oh my gosh, I can't watch it anymore because it's so sad. Oh.
It's just as sad as WandaVision.
Anyways,
Okay.
back to the WandaVision. Mr. Matt Mellich, would you like to give us your final thoughts?
I also thought it was a very emotional show.
It was.
Especially
Yeah.
the second to last episode. And honestly, I think that one was firing on all cylinders. And the details of the bomb going off. And then when you watch back episode 1 or 2, having the toaster be in that commercial and all you see is the red blinking light against the black and white background, being reflective of that past memory in the character. So well done, so well written. I think that the very ending did suffer, but I think they made the most of what they could. Overall, I think it's a series that I want to matter in the future for Marvel fans, and I think that it will, especially by the time we get to the Doctor Strange films.
Yeah.
can't speak. Honestly, for me, I'm happy to just have new Marvel. Just like I'm happy to always get new Star Wars. And it's been such a long drought before we've had one of these awesome, well-told storylines come about from Marvel. And it's just refreshing for me.
Definitely.
Yeah. It makes me really excited for the Loki show too, and all those other ones coming out.
And the next, the episode that I haven't watched of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I haven't seen any.
You're gonna hate it. It's even maybe
also,
my.
The favorite line of the show was when Vision was talking to Wanda about grief, and they're sitting there in the old Shield or the old Shield the Avengers facility. Yeah. And he says that grief is that love just persisting, and that spoke to me personally.
It was awesome. It was deep, honestly. The fact that to me, it was kind of cute to see them in the beginning stages, like that flirty, that deep, kind of moment, in the beginning, stuff that we didn't see. You know what I mean?
How that relationship builds over time and turns into what it is when we get to Infinity War.
But I tell you what, though,
I do have to say one thing. I always have to turn my brain off to one thing in this show, and every time we see it, that Vision's a robot and not an actual human. Because otherwise, if I think about it, basically she's. I don't even want to talk because it's not G-rated. It's not. Yeah, it's basically just like she's in love with a
Brad, if it's not G-rated, don't bring it up.
Well, I'm with Brad though. I mean, they have children.
It's magic.
Yeah,
it's
technically in the comments.
Soul Stone.
Technically, in the comments, Vision makes the children like they're robots too, if I remember right.
Oh,
it's her world. It's her world. She can do what she wants in her world.
So, guys, it was a tearjerker in the end when he came in and wanted to say goodbye and just held her till the end. Yeah, no, wrong end. Oh, you're doing black and white. I thought you were making fun of Thanos. I'm like, Jesus, dude, have a heart, would you? I'm talking about one person, not the whole world. Good Lord, can't take Ethan anywhere. Anyways, it was a very deep tearjerker to me. Saying goodnight to the kids, tucking them in
one last time.
That got me. That got me
hard. And standing there, looking out the window, seeing it coming, knowing the end is right there for the one that you love, for the family that you created, that was perfect in any way to help you through everything. I thought that was amazing.
One thing that I thought, I could have just watched it wrong, but I thought Vision kind of went into the White Vision, and I thought he was going to stay. I was like, "Ooh, he's finally going to stay." But now, when I saw him,
his memory, he put the memories into it, though. He gave him his memories, so now the White Vision has. Stop it! Stop it!
No, don't do it! No,
what happened?
Come on.
Nothing.
No, we're not pulling it up.
I know we're not going to pull it up. But
if this ever happens, no, I won't be there. I don't want to touch.
Can that just be me and Zane? We'll go into live.
I won't even pull it up. It's there. That's great.
But yes, I agree with you, Floaty. That's my exact thought.
Here's a comment from Lisa.
The real person that matters in this conversation.
This person matters. This is a mother, people. Keep it G-rated.
Guys, if Lisa says anything, it matters. That is
Lisa is the queen to this. She's in charge. So I've so many Easter eggs in the show. Yes, it was great. So I genuinely am happy they did it. I'm glad that I watched it. I'm glad that I stuck it out. The tearjerkers, the roller coasters, the Agatha, the whole nine. I think they did a phenomenal job. Yes, in the beginning, it took a minute to get through it, to get into it. But as we talk about it, as we work through the show, it was worth it. It needed to happen. It just as we reflect in this conversation, it builds more in your heart of what it meant, what it felt like to rewatch the show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so I absolutely love it, and I think they did a good job. Because when they take a movie style thing and they try to make it into a TV show with the TV show characters and everything like that, sometimes it doesn't always work. But I'm really glad that they did this.
And on top of it, taking some characters like Wanda and Vision, who are kind of in background characters. Same thing with doing Falcon Winter Soldier and Loki. And is there another one that's coming out? I mean, not this year, but
we're supposed to be
ton.
Certainly different than everything else.
Yes, but we're getting these characters right now who are usually kind of backgrounds, and you're starting to like those characters. Like I've always liked Winter Soldier, but you're gonna start to really love him and understand him more in depthly.
Yeah.
Same thing with Wanda. Wanda I've liked. I've never been a huge fan of Vision. I thought he was a cool character. But Wanda, and Vision, those characters became bigger things to me, and I actually and I understand them as characters more, and I like them as characters.
Speaking of moms, I was shocked. My mom is not the biggest Marvel fan. She really had no idea who Wanda and Vision were. She had no clue, no recollection of it. She forgets what happened in Infinity War, but she remembers the smallest little details, which I find very odd. It's crazy what people remember. Anyways, she loved WandaVision. We still have one episode. We still have one episode to finish with, because I moved here and we didn't have any time to finish the show. But she was honestly eager to keep watching. She's like, when's the next episode coming out? And that rarely happens for her. And she loved Mandalorian. That's her favorite Star Wars piece. But she really liked WandaVision, or she just calls it Wanda. When are we going to watch Wanda? Ethan, what are your final thoughts?
No, I loved WandaVision. I loved it. And it was, since we haven't had Marvel content in so long, it was nice to have that new fresh air. And what do we know about season 2? Is there going to be a season 2 of WandaVision?
No. From what I've heard, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be a lot of these shows. A lot of shows are actually just going to be what's the best way to put it? They're going to be movies, but just their own show.
And that's totally understandable.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get maybe a sort of, it's like a season 2, but it's like a spin-off of it, more or less. But also, Ethan, as our official mock builder in the group, is there one thing in this episode show that maybe really inspired you? Really you want to build a mock off it?
I have a few ideas, but one idea was, what episode? This was episode, when did the wall move?
Matt.
It was episode, you mean she expanded the border, or?
Yeah.
With the car, the car was moving and it was trying to get away.
That was those 4, wasn't it?
I think it was 5.
5.
Was it 5? Because it was whenever they got thrown out and they put her.
Oh, no, that was 6. That was actually 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I would like to do is kind of have the clown area. It's kind of a 2-sided mock. Have the clown circus area,
military,
the wall, and then the car running away, or driving away. I think that would be really cool.
What about if you did half and half, where the wall's going through half military base, half clones, it's halfway through the transition.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that'd be a cool mock. And on top of it, even cool, I'd love to see how you could do that wall, because if you get the right red, it'd look amazing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I really thought too much about it.
If they made a set, and I've seen mocks of it, if they made a set of all the different time periods in that house, I'd instantly purchase it.
So,
yeah,
I know a red that you could really do. It's what's that color? It's called Scarlet. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Scarlet. I think Scarlet would be a good color.
Scarlet Witch.
Oh,
I didn't even think of that.
There's a witch.
But I'm saying you could mix a ton of red together and get this really good.
Matt, you can't leave. Matt, you can't leave. Where are you going, Matt? Matt, get back here.
I just realized Matt's chair. That has to be very uncomfortable.
That does have to be very uncomfortable.
I know. Why would you do that?
I got a very comfy chair.
Same. Yes, that is the color I'm thinking. If you mix that with a solid red too,
yes, make it look glitchy.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe even add some blue in there.
Maybe,
honestly,
real crazy.
Yeah, a sets from this. I'd honestly just love to get a Wanda and Vision from it. Maybe from
what about a white Vision out of it?
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah.
What?
Honestly, I'd love to get a black and white Wanda and Vision. Just from the show.
Cool.
I think from the early segments.
If people had no recollection of what we were talking about, it would be very interesting.
Man, you see our minds all together.
I'm talking about. We're talking about empty slate Vision. Okay, slate blank canvas Vision. Good Lord!
I want the house. I want the house.
Yeah,
I can see that. That's really the most notable thing from the show.
The house in all the different versions of
I was
it.
about to say in different
Yeah.
versions, different
I
years.
said that.
Yeah, Nate, I think that's the best idea.
I know
come up
you
with.
said it. No, I know you said it. I know you said it. I heard you earlier.
It was like the Lego movie. We could build a ship, and then Batman. We could build a ship.
I didn't. It's not my idea. He said it. I know he said it. I
Well,
know he did.
Honestly, I hate to toot my own horn, but I said that like a month ago.
Oh,
When
you
the
did
show
a month
first
ago?
came
And I think-
out. When the show first came out, or 2 months ago, actually. But not to toot my own horn.
I honestly though, I think out of the show, I mean, a Jimmy Woo character would be fun to get to just
Mhm.
because of it. But well,
Yeah, we've been going for a while for Zoom.
Yeah,
We aren't still talking. This is just
we knew this was gonna go long because of this topic. It's
and
all the
honestly,
episodes in one.
if we had been talking about this every day after it came out, it would have been this longer conversation.
Well,
Exactly.
still talking, still watching, right?
Yeah,
You're
still
still
watching. Still
Still
10
wa-
people.
Yeah.
10 people. Still. Y'all talk about my off topic and his little baby T-Rex arm. But you know what? People be loving this stuff. So come at me, bro. Come at me.
How they
Little
walk is it's like this. They use their hands to walk like that, like a monkey.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Okay, back on topic again.
Oh
But I
my
mean,
God.
honestly, there aren't many things from this. Like I was trying to think of sets from the TV show. There weren't many things I would like really love to see a set of.
Military vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rover that Monica tries to
I was
use
thinking
to
about
get.
that.
There was a whole line of sets they could do with this. Her
But
basement,
military.
Agatha's house, her basement.
Yes.
There's so many different things, and I
Yeah.
don't think Lego is going to. I really, unfortunately, don't. But I think it's a big missed opportunity.
So, but the military stuff, they won't do the military.
Well, if
But
it's
what if-
Marvel, it's Marvel.
what if-
It's
Yeah.
not military.
If it's
Marvel.
shield and sword, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, I'd
Mhm.
love to see because like we've gotten in the past, we've gotten like some shield or like
Oh.
sword minifigure like agents, but I'd honestly love to get some.
Here's one
What?
for Fazoom. The space rover or whatever the vehicle is that they try to drive through the barrier.
Yeah,
Maybe he would like. Maybe Fazoom could make a mock of that space vehicle
That is cool.
if he's
Mhm.
seen the show.
If he's
if
seen,
you've
the
seen
show.
it, if you've seen it, I bet he could. I bet he has the pieces.
That's what I'm
honestly,
saying. He's the
like,
space guy. I bet he
Yeah.
could do it.
I agree.
watch this like he just pulls something in the comments. Yeah, I already did it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you guys to talk about Arthur Barney. What? What's that?
Arthur
What? Huh?
and Barney, the TV show.
Oh,
Hey,
the TV
Arthur?
shows.
Do you not
The
remember
purple
Arthur?
dinosaur? Yeah, and the aardvark.
That's Barney.
Oh,
That looks
oh.
nothing like an aardvark.
Yeah, Arthur.
I was a
You
big
guys
fan
don't
of
know-
Arthur.
I
I was
loved
a big.
Arthur.
I was a big.
What about the Magic School Bus? Did you guys like the Magic School Bus?
That wasn't my favorite. I
Miss
TikTok
Friend-
has ruined-
I didn't like
TikTok-
school.
I love the Magic School Bus, but TikTok has ruined that TV show for me. I end up on the wrong side of TikTok
That made me
sometimes, and I
so
don't even
sad.
mean to.
So sad.
There
What's
were a
the
lot of
thing
things
there?
as a kid that I watched that nobody else watched. I watched like anything that had to do with documentaries and like wildlife. I
watch
watched that
those.
as a kid, but at,
I
like
watch them now.
5 years
Why are we
old,
talking
I
about kids
watched
shows?
that.
Honestly,
Anyways.
can we just wrap this up? Like,
What's
is
wrong
awesome.
with kid? Yeah.
Okay,
Have we
guys.
all said our final thoughts on the show?
I believe
Yeah.
so. I loved it. I think it was great. Matt,
Yeah.
I believe you think you did great. Brad, I think you liked it. Ethan,
Two
I think you
thumbs
liked
up.
it. Everyone,
thumbs
yeah,
up.
2 thumbs up for WandaVision and all the other
Yeah.
random weird stuff we talked about. But 2 thumbs up.
I mean, I just gotta say one quick thing about WandaVision. Was not
Oh, God.
expecting to enjoy it, but I did enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched it. So
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you guys don't know already, we have this super awesome thing. It's called the Stud Buds Discord. If you guys haven't
Yes.
joined it, you guys lovely people.
where is it?
Where is it?
We're getting a
Put the
lot
banner.
of people.
uh,
I've been
the banner.
promoting it a lot more.
There's the banner. Join the Discord, everybody. You need to join the Discord. Please.
Yes.
Discord
join.
or that cord?
Discord?
Yeah.
The that
Or
cord?
that cord.
No, the
Discord?
Discord.
and guys, if you don't know, we are switching it to like Fridays at 8 o'clock. Next week it's on my channel.
I was like,
Everyone
five
has a
o'clock.
different everyone has a different o'clock.
8 o'clock
Eastern.
Eastern time, if you're cool.
Yeah.
I said
Not
eight.
9 o'clock.
Which I mean, we want to
That
know
is
what
cool.
you guys think of this time. Should we put it to 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
I like it earlier.
Leave a comment
Yeah.
in the Discord server on A, some questions you have for us, and B, what time you guys think is better, whether it's the 9 or 8 p.m. Eastern. Which time is better for
Yeah.
everybody to be here?
Matt.
We can make a poll.
Yes.
Let's make a poll. We'll make a poll. Ethan, you got
Ethan?
that?
Yep.
Ethan, you got this?
Okay. We can do the poll right now.
Oh yeah, let's go do it. Let's go do it.
Okay.
But just
Just
putting out some more information there. Next
More
week's gonna be on
information.
my show, my list. I will be asking people what theme they want to see. So if there's a theme,
Yep.
we talked about Power Miners this week. Any themes you guys want to see? Let me know in the Discord.
I'm polling for Aqua Raiders.
Do you want to do Aqua?
Polling hope for
a real
Aqua.
thing?
I want them to say it, but I want Aqua Raiders.
I will give you Aqua Raiders.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
I guess I'm the host now. I'll just give you some more information.
I guess
but
you didn't like Aqua Raiders.
So next week it is here it is.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
hi.
Mouth has these fancy little side buttons. Don't
Yes, yep, I've run into that. I've done that. But yeah, so my channel next week, Friday. We're not gonna have 2 next week. That was only because of Epic. And if you want to see this special episode with Epic Bricks, guys, go check out Matt Mills' channel. We just did that this past Wednesday. So much fun. We went down so many rabbit holes there. If you want to have the earlier discussion of Rock Raiders, we talked about that there. And that was a ton of fun. I'm so super thankful that he came and joined us that day.
I don't want to touch. Already commented Aqua Raiders, just so you know, in like 3 seconds.
Okay, good.
Just popped up on my screen.
But yeah, so please come and join us next week. This was a lot of fun.
Yes. Yes.
Become prepared to at least talk about the first 2 episodes of Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
And join the Discord server. Should be in the link. Is it? Better.
Yes, so the Discord server should be in the link. All of our link trees should be there as well. Follow all of us on YouTube, Instagram. What?
I need you to get rid of my link tree because that's not a thing anymore. You have to use my beacon now. I got the beacon.
You got the beacon, guys. Why is Brad being difficult? And
No.
things?
Okay, whoa. We gotta talk about this
Here
very quickly.
We're on the beacon.
So Epic Bricks. Because of TikTok's new thing where TikTok...
I gotta take a smoke break. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
If you use a link tree right now, TikTok says it's like a questionable website.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know. Let's see if we can show that. This is a beacon. And you can scroll down. It looks very pretty. Also, you can make it so it shows your newest YouTube video. So right there. My background is the blacksmith, but my YouTube and everything else is right there. But I'll send that to you. But it's a really great new service to put all your links into, and it looks very pretty. And you can do so much more with it, even like newest stuff. So, yes, next week, probably around.
Sorry, just so everybody knows, whenever we talk about Winter Soldier next week or stuff like that, under my understanding, it's the end of the show, and we always put up a spoiler thing beforehand, so that way you guys can watch the show, and if you guys don't want any spoilers, then you guys can leave at that point, so we don't ruin it for you. So, Brick Blaze, I mean, it might be different with Brad. He might change it up. I don't know.
The only thing I'm gonna say is 9 o'clock exactly. We're gonna switch it to Falcon Winter Soldier talk. After we're gonna go for an hour and then talk about the show. So if you want to tune in before then, you're very welcome to, and we'll talk about other stuff, Lego related stuff, leaks, and I'm guessing, guys, by then I've been staring down the walls at them, trying to see when they come out. But April's gift with purchases should come out then. I'll tell you guys all about those. So I'm excited about gift with purchases.
Do we have anything to look forward to next week besides
that? We all have us to look forward to. I think you guys are beautiful people. I can't wait to talk to you.
5 days until sets are released, right?
Leaks, baby.
Leaks.
Yeah. Oh no,
Leaks.
the actual sets are released, and then we should be getting
that's
some
a
more
release,
leaks.
baby.
Yeah.
I
It's
am looking
leak
forward
time.
when we start getting leaks for the new Lego Star Wars Summer Wave, which should be coming sooner rather than later.
Oh man, me too.
Well, we technically could be getting
Soon.
I think leaks. All I'm gonna say is I think leaks for the Lego Star Wars is gonna be on a tighter wrap than we usually are. Yeah. There's still some of them going to be released, but who knows what's gonna happen.
I do want to say also, I think we're gonna get a Bad Batch trailer here pretty soon.
That'd be cool.
It's May 4th. Yeah,
I thought we got one.
Yeah,
we do have one, but I think we're gonna get another one.
I think we're gonna get a lot of May 4th promotion stuff coming up here soon because there's And honestly, I might start saving my money till May 4th because we might be getting some really awesome stuff then.
Yep.
So
Sorry to add to it, but go ahead.
yeah.
Okay, guys, really quick. Let's call it a night. I think you guys are all beautiful people. Baby hands. Join the Discord. Click on all of our link tree and whatever Brad's new thing is called.
Beacon.
Beacon.
Also,
and his beacon.
My link tree is different too, so it's not working. I had to switch it to change it.
Okay, you know what? Don't follow anybody's stuff except for me and Matt. Just follow our link tree.
I still have Linktree.
And the Discord server.
I think I'm gonna get branches though. Just to be different.
It's breaches. I thought it was branches, but it's beacons.
Oh, you thought it was?
I
want. Can we make our own called branches?
Yeah, branches.
Beacon.
I thought it was branches, and then it's
this
beacons.
came out today and it was awesome, and we should talk about that next week.
Suicide.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. The trailer for it, except it's not G-rated content. It's an R-rated movie that's coming out. So
okay. Well, guys, it's been awesome. It's been super fun. I'm glad that you guys are all here. I'm glad that we have this every week. And everybody who's still here, the 10 people that watch the show all the way through, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Please check out Matt, Brad, Ethan, all of them.
Focus, baby.
He's got arm focus.
We need to get a little less distracting in here.
We're trying to end the show, Ethan. You're distracting me. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, guys. Well, we love you guys. And as always, stay happy, stay positive, and love everything you do in this world, no matter what it is, no matter what people say. Love.